You're watching Samwelb12.
All right. Ground ball. Vladdy. Over. They do it. The Blue Jays have won the division. The Blue Jays have won the division. Here we go, guys. The game is just starting, and Domi and Gudas right off the cuff. Domi is pummeling Gudas. Just like that, 3 seconds in, Domi goes, and he absolutely attacks Gudas. Holy smokes, folks. They just dropped the puck. Domi and Gudas go right at it. Opening whistle. Holy smokes. We just got in here in the nick of time. Gudas and Domi just go toe-to-toe. 3 seconds in. The puck is literally dropped. Gudas right away drops his gloves, drops his stick, steps up to Domi, and I got to give Gudas respect here. He knew it was coming. The puck was dropped. He drops one glove, drops the other, drops his stick. Domi just absolutely kicked his ass. Domi takes Gudas down, and that's not going to be the last one. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into the show. That is not going to be the last fight we see today. Domi steps right in here. Let's go. Holy smokes, right off the hop. We knew this was coming. Didn't even have time to get ourselves set. We just tuned right in. And this one is rolling. So welcome in, folks. Welcome to Rumble in the Jungle. The Leafs, the Ducks, this game just getting underway. Domi Gudas, that just happened right off the top to start this one. There we go, first fight. And here come the Ducks right away, shooting. Stolarz makes a save, rebound, the Ducks putting it wide. This is going to be picked up. Welcome in, everybody. We're just jumping in. Game literally just started as we hit the go live button. So welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Vestibule, welcome in. John, the Harpers, hello. Beverly, Antonio, BD Gaines, Beverly, Ryan, Mega, welcome. Daniel Barry, welcome in, everybody. For those that came over right from the Blue Jays game, welcome over as well. What a start to this one. The fisticuffs are flying. Back in the corner, Toronto going to come pick this one up. We were just able to catch this fight. And now we got another big hit behind the play here, and the referee's coming flying in. Jake McCabe is giving some lift service, and everyone comes together. Matthew Nyes is getting in here. He's with Senecal, the rookie. So everybody's pulling. Bo Grew, who got called back up, is in here. He's got Lacombe. Senek, the rookie on the Ducks, the rookie superstar, he's getting mixed up in here, and the referee's going to separate them. I think this is what it's going to be all night long. So welcome in to the party, one and all. So we can't see here. Let's look at this hit. McCabe, he kind of went for positioning on Alex Killorn. I don't see, he kind of got the knee behind the leg a little bit. But we see that all the time. I don't see anything wrong with that. So McCabe's going to go for tripping. Matthew Nyes is going to be in the box. Domi is already in the box. Everybody's already here as this one starts off in a whirlwind of action. Wes McCauley going to be your referee tonight. You know, that's going to make Dallas super happy. All right, I'm got to get everything else kind of set here. Let's go. Nyes and McCabe in the box. All right, there we go. Here comes Toronto. Quick shot going to get knocked down. Welcome in, everyone. Now, because this is a new stream, hit that like button all over again for us. And thank you so much for doing that. Here comes Anaheim working in. They're going to come away with a 2-man advantage after that last scrum. Ducks going to drop this one off. Hey, Ivor. No, he did not. Did he really? Did he really? Did the Leafs have a chance to get their pick back? They do have a chance, Sec. They do. They're fighting already. That's right. After the opening moment, fisticuffs going at it. Absolutely crazy shenanigans. So Kazuma Okamoto does homer to center field. Absolutely crazy. That one's still going on. Bottom of the ninth. Here's Gauthier down low. Ducks, toe drag, putting it across. Bringing this one back, trying to center it. Ducks working it back and forth. Thank you, Mark Kai, for letting me know that's wild. Of course they did. But we had to come see that opening fight, and we just got here in time.
Here's another shot. That one's going high and over. I don't expect to be the last one either. Cammy, Edmonton going to win the cup. I got my Oilers jersey arriving tomorrow. Here's a quick shot off the goalpost. It's a 5-on-3 situation here for another 20 seconds. Ducks trying to come down low. It's going to be deflected into the corner. Toronto pressing up, working it back to the point. Going to go cross ice. Quick shot. Stars with a save. Bogru is going to get this one out and all the way down the ice. Ducks going to turn it around real quickly, bringing this one right back into the zone, and Toronto now gets it. And they're going to play it down. Good hustle. Really, really good hustle. Holy smokes. All right, I got to arrange some windows around here. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Again, it's a new stream. We got to hit those likes all over again. This one down in the corner. Ducks are pressing. Ducks going to bring it around. Penalties are over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Tavares going to play it up to Nylander. Willie going to play it across. Over the line, Toronto going to dump it in. Yarncroke is going to chase this one in the corner. Again, if you didn't tune in for the first seconds of this game, Gudas and Domi dropped the gloves, and Domi beat up on Gudas pretty good. I'm proud of what Domi did there. That was a good scrap. Tavares going to dump this one in, chasing it back in the corner, and when they come back on the ice in a couple of minutes, in a minute or so here, I expect there to be more fisticuffs. Here's a breakout pass for Anaheim. That doesn't connect. Stolar is way out of his net, going to play it up to Riley. Riley coughs it up. McTavish loses his stick. Nick Robertson, he's fighting for it. Robbie going to backhand this one up to Quillen, and he's going to roll this one down. I think that was Quillen. Over at the side, playing in the middle of the ice. The Ducks going to work it out of the Leaf zone. Little backhand flip into the Leaf zone. It is Quillen. Going to cycle it around. Quillen in the middle of the ice. Go, baby, go, baby. He's going up with Nick Robertson in over the line. Quillen is tripped up. Come on. No penalty there. Back to the line. Cowan trying to feed it back in Toronto, bobbling it at the line. It's going to come out. Ducks going to dump it down. Well, at the 15-minute mark, we're now 5 minutes in. So the 5-minute fighting penalties should be expired. They should come back on the ice. Here comes Anaheim. Back up around Cowan into the zone. Around Michelli. Seneca going to pitch it wide. It's going to go up and out of play. So a big, big, busy start to this one. A crazy one. 2 shots apiece. Your referees tonight, Wes McCauley and Thomas John Luxmore. Bevan Mills and Ryan Gibbons going to be the lines people today. Gudas and Domi, 5 each for fighting right off the opening puck drop, right as we came on, and it was a good little tussle. It was a good little tussle. Chris, McCarr, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Thank you both. Appreciate it. Let's go. What a start. What a hot start. The Duck fan, welcome in. You were at the game. He got injured. We got a little bit of payback. LC, welcome in. Went the Leafs to pound them hard. No interest in injuring anyone. Don't care if they lose 7-0. Yeah, it was a good opening scrap. It was a good opening scrap. I'm sure we're going to see more of it. Oh, boy. What an absolute kicking. It was a good job by Domi. I was impressed with what Domi delivered there. That was good to see. This coming all the way down. Nylander going to stop, turn around. Nylander going to play this down low in the corner. Ekman Larson trying to get it back to the point. He cannot. I'm going to change my screen here a little bit. Granley coming in around the corner. Spinning around backhand. Toronto going to break it up. Tavares digging in the high slot. Going to feed this back out to the point. So Gudas is back on the ice. This is going to come around. McCabe there to pick it up. McCabe. He's going to send it around. So with Gudas back on the ice, somebody should go right after him. Gudas, who was injured, wasn't supposed to play, and he said, no, I have to play. I have to stand up for what I did. Gudas hurt, just dressed to fight. Yeah, Len, and I hate to give him any respect, but I respect that. This is going to be knocked just wide of the net. Ducks pressing hard. This coming to the middle. Here is McCabe. McCabe has his pocket picked. Anaheim Carlson, he's going to take a hard bump. Nice, finishing his check there. Up over the line. Here comes Terry. Terry walking right up, passing it over. They score with ease. Leo Carlson is going to get the opening goal as they walk right in and bury it. Hey, in Canu. Ryan, what's going on? Jonathan, what's up? Welcome in. Holy smokes. And that's right. That's right. We didn't even get to that. We were talking about it during the Jays game. We didn't talk about it here. Brad Treliving relieved of his duties just about an hour and a half before this game started, which is absolutely crazy. So no more Brad Treliving. Leo Carlson gets the goal, his 25th. And here comes Toronto, going to play this one up. Long outlet pass all the way down. Toronto going to beat out this icing call. Perry and Owen Zellweger picking up the assist. Here's Riley. Riley keeping it in for a moment. Gaudier, he can't get it. From the knees, Robertson can't. It's going to come out. Carlo going to play it up softly. Toronto, who was that went to throw a hit? Was that Tavares? Ended up almost in the Ducks bench. It's going to be an offside call. So they're going to go to commercial break. Domi getting the party started as this one, just a flourish of activity. A flourish of activity, which is absolutely crazy. Hey, Row Warriors, what's going on? Welcome in. And Torts to Vegas. That one, I don't understand that one at all. Torts to Vegas. Wow. And something must have been going on because Vegas is in a good spot, right? Going into the playoffs. And I did not see that one coming. I really didn't. Hey, Len, good to see you again. Welcome in. Cake, hello there. Joshua, welcome back in. Duck fan, what's up? Tucker, hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Again, thank you for tuning in. We popped over here last minute. Just got in here right as the gloves were dropping. It was a quick fight. Don Cherry for coach. Jordan, he'd have to coach remotely. Is that okay? Is that okay? Unbelievable. Oof, so that's a good fight. That's a good tussle to start this one. Let's see how they're gonna bring it around. Hope the Canucks spoiled Torts return. There you go. It's only 10 games left this season. Probably the only guy who agreed to come in at short notice. That's true. That is very true. He just came in and he's going to shake things up. But listen, he came into a great situation, so that's good for him. I think Carlo and McCabe are getting in tilts tonight. You know what, Tucker, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think there's going to be a few one. Domi came in and chucked them hard. Gudis didn't even really get any shots off. And I kind of feel like Gudis was just taking it, right? Gudis knows he did wrong. He's saying all the right things in the media, and I think he was just here to take it. I really think that was kind of it. So I think there's a few more that are going to step in there as well. So no shocker there at all. All right, here we go. Ducks going to hold the line, shooting it in off the blocker side. This is going to be played over to the side. Good little blocker save. Toronto putting it across. Pizzetta dumping it in. There's a guy, you know, if he gets that chance, he's going to finish his hits. And he does there on Lacombe. Long outlet pass. Racing back is Stetcher. Ducks going to the net. Going down. Quick shot. Stellaris holding his ground. Doesn't see the puck. It's behind the net. He thought it was underneath them. The referee is going to blow this down. I guess they lost side of the puck as well. Yeah, you gotta give Gudis a little bit of respect for that, right? He could have very easily not played today, but he said, nope, we gotta do there. We gotta be there. And so we knew that it was going to be the case for sure. Vale is in the game tonight. So Vale is in the game. Could we get a Vale Pizzetta tussle? Cowan fought last time. Here comes Tavares trying to dish it in front. He can't put it in. Husso with a nice save. Husso, you're starting Ducks goalie tonight. Stolarz in net for Toronto. Ducks going to bring it around down in the corner. 11-17 to go. This is going to be tipped wide. Going to push it over to Nylander. Willie, he's going to send it cross ice. Toronto into the Ducks zone. Riley bring it towards the middle of the ice. He's going to shoot. Nylander is there. Bulls over the goaltender. And now William Nylander gets tied up. And here comes Easton Cowan taking the Duck play down. Carlson comes in. McCabe's going to grab him. Riley in there. Everyone's going to pile up as Vinny Husso takes a bump by Nylander. Bo Grew is in a headlock, but Cowan has his man down there. So it's going to be one of those games that everything is going to set off something. Everything is going to set off something. It's going to be one of those kind of days. Right? It's going to be one of the, what the hell is going on here? All right, hang on a second here. All right, let's pick it back up. Yeah, Olsen, right off the hop. Domi drops the gloves. Domi dropped the gloves and went nuts. Hey, Jonathan, that shut your pie hole. Love it. It's coming back around. Ducks gonna end up on another power play here. As Nylander got 2, Cowan got 2, and Mintikov got 2. So a bunch more penalties. Ducks again on the power play. Over at the side of the net, going to put it in front with a shot. So that's going to trickle just wide. Stolarz hugging that post. Don't touch Willie. That's right. Domi knocked him silly. Domi did great in that fight. But in all fairness, Gudas was just kind of taking it. Right? Gudas didn't really get any shots in. Bo Grew giving it up. Here's another shot. That goes just wide. Ducks side of the net with a long shot. They score. Gauthier is going to put that one 5-hole, 2-0 Ducks. No, Jonathan. Jonathan, what I would suggest to you, instead of asking over and over and over, check our main YouTube page. We'll have at least a day in advance our next streams that are coming up, right? So instead of flooding the chat with the same question over and over, check the YouTube page. We'll see it scheduled there, and make sure your notification is on, so that way you know when we do go live. That's what I would suggest. All right. Let's go. 2-0 Ducks. Leafs, let's just drop the gloves again, right? Let's drop the gloves. Get her going. This is going to come back around over at the side of the net. Granlund and Kreider picking up the assist there. Ducks going to keep it in. Is that icing? 10:01 to go. 2-0. Anaheim jumping out. Leo Carlson and Carter Gauthier picking up the quick goals here. Treliving was fired. Yes, this is true news. True news. We'll put it up. We'll put up the press release. We'll get that over. So for those that didn't see it, you'll be able to read it, and we'll put it up here at the next commercial break. So let's do this here. Boom. So what I'll do At the next commercial break, we'll post up that press release so you can pause it and read it. But yeah, Brad Treliving, about an hour and a half before the game, was let go. And it was a nice statement that was put out. No, that's okay, Jonathan. That's okay. But I know every stream you ask. So I would just say pay attention to our main channel page for our scheduled streams. That's the best thing you could do. This coming back down, going to be chipped in, all down in the corner. I just got straight up mute with no warning. Oh, Ryan. By who? This down around in the corner. Back over there. Ryan, we see ya. I see ya. Big hit there at the side. Stolar's out to stop it. Going to reverse it over to Carlo. Carlo got put on his backside. 9 minutes to go. Robertson cycling around. There you go, Jonathan. Perfect. Carlo now going to move it across on the move. Chasing this one down. Grew coming in the corner. Grew with a bump on Gudas. I don't understand why nobody has gone after him a second time here. Nyes is on the ice. He's trying to get this one. Matthew Nyes going to pull it away. Nyes coming through. Him and Gudas come together. In the corner is Michelli. Again, nobody. Everyone just skates away from Gudas now. This is unacceptable. Here they come across again. The Ducks just dominating the play. Leafs can intercept. Working it up the middle to Michelli. Michelli, he's going to come up and chip this one in as he's checked from behind on Zellweger. Dumping it in. Gudas is going to come pick this one up. Gudas is now on the move. Hey, Jake, welcome in. I do not know who will be. Will you be at the next Leaf game? As this puck is going to get flipped up and at a play. But Brendan Carlo went for a little hit on Lacombe, and Lacombe throws him into the ice. They're going to go to commercial break. And go Habs, go. All right, so let's put this down. Did the Jays just win? No. Wouldn't that have been something if the Jays came all the way back and won? That would be absolutely bonkers. That would have been like the biggest comeback in history, I feel. Like that would have been disgusting. But no, the Blue Jays got beat up pretty good today. Pretty good by the Rockies. A very unfortunate game. 14-5 was your final there. All right, let me put this up. If you didn't see the press release earlier, I've put it up here on the screen, and it says Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment announced Monday the organization's decision to part ways with Maple Leafs general manager Brad Treliving. Throughout the course of this season, there has been deep analysis into both current state of the Maple Leafs organization and the direction needed to achieve the ultimate goal of delivering a Stanley Cup championship to the city, said MLSE President and CEO Keith Pelly. Brad Treliving is a man we have all deep respect and appreciation for, both as a hockey executive and as a person, but it was determined that the club must chart a new course under different leadership. The organization is grateful for all the years that Brad has contributed, for all that Brad has contributed in his nearly 3 years with the Maple Leafs, and we wish him and his family the very best. So a nice statement put out, but yeah, Brad Treliving relieved of his duty. And listen, it was time, right? Hey, Jamaica Dave, what's going on? It was overdue, right? It was time. Patoli, how's it going? Welcome in. We knew it was something that was going to be coming up. So, all right, let's go. I don't know what happened, but you didn't do anything wrong. I think there's an error. Yeah, why do we know what happened? That's coming out down around at the side. Let me scroll back. Do we know what happened there to Ryan? No Doug Armstrong announcement. No Doug Armstrong announcement. Hey, Bush, what's going on? Welcome in. What's hockey? Go Jays go. Julia, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm just telling him he didn't do anything wrong. The 1 second time confused him. Then, hey, Jared, you knew Domi was going to go after him? Yeah, for sure. That's weird. I mean, that's wild. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. This coming around at the side of the net. More banging and crashing. Pizzetta here in the corner. He's going to get pushed up on him. Vale going after Pizzetta. He's going to pull away. Vale trying to hit everybody. And here comes Pizzetta. Pizzetta trying to get at Vale. The referees are going to hold them separate. Vale's going to go to the box. He was looking to hit everybody. Hey, 13, rough day for the Jays. It certainly was. Certainly was. That is for sure. George, how's it going? Welcome in. So the Leafs going to go to a power play now. So Pizzetta goes and finishes his hit on Mindikoff. A good hit. Nothing wrong with that. He then goes in the corner. Vale comes right at Pizzetta with a 4 cross checks to the back. Pizzetta does not react. So Vale is going to go to the box for cross-checking. Leafs have officially yes, that is true, Josh. That is true. Here's Nye going to play this down to Nylander. Nylander, Willie, he's looking to play this one across. It's knocked down. Cowan banking it off the boards, back up top, over to Willie. Nylander, he's looking. Nylander still looking, passes back to the top. Fanned on the shot. Cowan going to pick this one up. He's cycling. Cowan turning, throwing this one down low. Coming out for Tavares, trying to deke it through. And a nice stave here by Husso. Husso doing a nice job. Back up top, over to Nylander. Nylander. He's looking. Willie still looking. Willie still looking. To the middle, kicking this back up top. Over to Nylander for the one time. Nice save. Rebound. They score. Tavares. Leafs are on the board. John Tavares gets the goal. There we go. JT. Tavares time. Beautiful, beautiful. Rio, what's going on? Leafs should play in the Alps Hockey League. Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny. Wow. All right, is Ryan back now? Ryan, are you back now? All right, let's go. This is going to be played across. Good. Okay, Ryan's back. This over at the side. Ducks going to play this one around. Anaheim walking out of the corner, trying to bring it to front of the net. It's taken away by Toronto. Falling in front, shot right on. Stolar's going to make a save. Comes to the corner for Carlo, to Robertson. He's going to play this one out. Toronto, long cross ice over to Morgan Riley. Riley, he comes up with it, going to play this one down. Riley giving chase. This over on the side, going to come back. 5 minutes to go in period number 1. We only saw one fight with Gudas. I'll be honest, expected more. Sent to the gulag. I'm glad you escaped and came back. And knows you're a Leaf fan. Hey, Toronto Walker, yes. Toronto Walker, yes, yes, yes. This coming down in the corner. Husso going to play this one around. And it's going to go out of play. At a play. So they're going to go to commercial break. 2-1. It's a close game. But I'm a little disappointed. Nobody else is going at Gudas. We saw the one kind of dust up with him and nothing else. Why not? We need to see more. More on Gudas, right? More on Gudas. That can't be the only thing we allow to happen is one fight. More on that has to happen. Well, I don't know about cross-checking him to the face. I don't know about that one, but my goodness, we should at least get something going on, right? Otherwise, it's a little disappointed that nothing else is doing. So hopefully they'll figure it out. We need to figure it out. Whoops, hang on one second. Trying to multitask here. Never easy. It's never easy. Oh, this is weird. Why is that? What? Hang on, I'm trying to figure something out here, and it's not working for me. But this is very weird. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. I was getting concerned. So the question is, we know Rocco Gudis is injured. Is he going to play full-time minutes, or are they going to kind of slow him back a little bit? Is he going to be held back? That is something we certainly don't know. And we'll see how it's going to play this one out. All right, Easton Cowan, he can mix it up. He's back on the ice. Let's go. Take down every Duck. Connor, we're not making the playoffs anyways. Colorado blowing out the Flames. So Nylander and Ekman-Larsson pick up the assists. A nice goal. Lex Rico, thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. Welcome and always back your team. Always back your team. This coming around at the side. Nylander shot 90 mile an hour. It's not bad. Tavares behind. JT trying to bring it in front. Cowan is there. Cowan going to reverse it. JT went the other way. He comes back over it. Ducks a long outlet pass. That gets knocked down. Nylander trying to steal. Willie does. Nylander in over the line. Willie looking. Willie still looking. Back to the point with a blast. That's going to go high into the mesh. Hey, Martin, give Gudis a shot to the beak. He needs another one. Count already has more hits than Marner had his last 4 years. Rick, that's outstanding. Listen, Count's a small guy, but he's not afraid. He will jump in there. He will stand up and fight. Right? He will stand up and fight. So good for him. Right? Good for him for doing that. Four minutes to go. Back to Riley. Riley shot going to go up into the corner. Nice here. Misses it. Trying to get it back. Ducks in the corner battling. Going to chip it off the boards and out. Anaheim. Right around their blue line. Turning around. Turning back. Now they're going to play it back to create space. Michelli watching his man over to Gudis. Gudis long outlet pass. Ducks going to bring it into the Leaf zone. Nyes pushing up on his man. Bo Grew coming over to help out. Waiting for that outlet pass. Riley comes into the corner. Again, he's going to mix it up with Moore there along. Nyes comes over, gives it a shot. Grew comes, took the puck, lost it to Moore. Moore with the shot. Stolar is going to make the save and hang on to it. The old Looney Tunes, it's Duck season. No, it's Wabbit season. Yeah, they got to get in. Like, I'll be honest, it was a great start to the game. You had that fight. You had some intensity. There was another kind of scrum in the corner. That has all but disappeared now. Like there's 3:24 left in the first period, and that energy they came out of this game with has totally gone away. Beverly with the super chat. Onyx, did you say Hayden is a Leaf fan? Thank you, Beverly, for the super chat. Is Hayden a Leaf fan? Fun fact, Troy Terry is the only player in the NHL history to not record a single hit in 50 plus. I read that, Hayden. That is crazy. That is a crazy stat. Hey, Bucks, welcome in. This is the corner. Ducks going to play it around the boards. Back to the point. Here's a long shot in the middle with a deflection. Toronto going to take this one away. They're going to ring it out. No one here. What's going on? Welcome in. Hey, Mark. Generally think we need a complete identity shift. Absolutely. And with Treliving gone, that's definitely going to start the conversation. Here's a hit on Stetcher. Toronto going to move it ahead. 2.5 to go in this first period. Going to dump it all the way down. Racing in, Toronto coming. Oh my goodness, Michelli runs into his own man. He was going for a big hit, and he took out his own man. Yarncroke, he can't get in there. Mintikov coming through. Going to play it around the boards, back to the line. Toronto going to push this one out. Here comes Quillen with speed. Quillen trying to center it across. Should have taken that shot. Going to play it back around to Quinlan. He can't knock it down from the boards. Pizzetta throwing another big hit. Here come the Ducks the other way. Into the Leaf zone. Back up top. Nice pass to Terry. Coming all the way down low. Stopped there by Stolarz. Toronto going to pick it up. A backhand pass. Going to come all the way to the center line. Gudas going to bring it in. And again, a light little bump there on Gudas. Now Cowan and Quillen run into each other. Cowan coming down on Zellweger. Coming around. Gudas with the puck. Cowan is going to come up with a big hit on Gudas. Riley trying to tie up his man. Tavares has it. Tavares, he's cutting through the middle, turning around back the other way. JT over to Cowan into the zone. Easton Cowan tried to go between the legs, had it taken away, and the Ducks going to bring this one out. Little flip pass. Here comes Anaheim into the Leaf zone. Nylander spins away for his man. Cowan intercepts. Here comes Easton Cowan. He's going to carry it up. It's the end of his shift. He's going to get it up to Tavares, cycling it back down for Cowan. Cowan reverses it in front of the net. Nobody is there but Ducks. And the Ducks going to get this one out and all the way down the ice. No icing called. Stolarz is going to come play it around. It's going to be played up by Jake McCabe. Last minute of play in this first period. Hey, Jonathan, go Golden Knights. This is going to be dumped in around. Don Cherry would be saying, fight for your captain. Absolutely. And the fight has all but disappeared. Here's a long shot. That's going just wide. In the corner, Benoit trying to tie this one up. Domi is there. Domi, he's going to bat it against the boards. This is going to come out. Pinching up here is Ian Moore. Taken away from Domi. Domi plays it to the middle of the ice for Benoit. Benoit playing this one up. Let's go, guys. Where's the energy? Where's the energy? Olivia, what's going on? Welcome in. Lacombe going to bring this one across the line. Beaugru gets tripped up, knocked down just in front of the Ducks bench. Everyone's digging for it. Leafs going to play it just over the line. Gudas playing it up. Nyes came up on him and then turned away. 3 seconds to go. Toronto stole, and the horn is going to go. Nothing else doing here. Very disappointing first period. Very disappointing first period in my books. Pronger isn't ready for the Toronto. Ryan, I agree. I don't think that would be a good move. I don't think that would be a good move to bring Pronger in for general manager. I'll be honest with you. I'm very disappointed in this first period of play. I expected this to be a hard-hitting, smash and bash type of first period. They dropped the gloves and they went at it, but that was kind of it. Leo Carlson got the first goal, his 25th from Terry and Zellweger. Guntier, his 38th from Grunland and Kreider. Tavares, his 27th from Nylander and Ekman-Larsson. Shots are equal, 9 apiece. Leafs are 52.6% in the faceoff circle. 100% on the power play. Toronto is. Woo! Ducks are 1 for 3. 14 hits for Toronto, 8 for the Ducks. And giveaways 10-7. The Ducks with 10. So, I mean, outside of that one fight, nothing else really got going. Okay. Oh, here's the can we bring this up? Can we share this? There's a couple of highlights here that I think we can look at. Let me bring this down. So the first one is no, I probably shouldn't. I don't know. No, I probably shouldn't. So there's you know what? I'll reshare this. Okay, so I just shared on X. The Cody Ponce injury. So it's very, very tough. So you can go over to X and find me. You'll be able to see it there. If you missed it, can I grab the link directly to it? I don't know how. Here. Let's go here. So I know some of you were asking what happened to Ponce. You can go here. Give me a follow too, by the way. But there's the link if you want to go and take a look at the Cody Ponce injury from the Blue Jay game. That was it was kind of gnarly. I felt bad for him. All right, let me see if we can find this fight here. The Domi fight, you know, wasn't that great of a fight. Domi got a couple of shots in, but really not much. We expected so much more, and it really did not come to be what I expected, right? I was expecting so much more. Okay, here we go. So let's bring this up here and take a quick peek. Nope. Why is it that? Hang on. Let's figure out why. Oh, there we go. Haha, wrong page. All right, let's bring this up here. Okay, let's go. I'll probably have to reformat. So we're going to show you this little scrap-de-doo. There we go. Okay, so wasn't much. And again, if you're watching on the talk, I'm sorry you can't see. But they kind of come in. You know, Domi gets set. It was a good start to the fight, right? Good position right off the bat. Really good position. They're set. They got each other. Domi comes in. You know, he gives the first couple. You know, and that's what we need from Domi, right? He's ducking. He's waiting for the hits. Gudas never throws them. Domi throws a couple. Domi throws a bunch. Just coming over, they get all tied up, they get locked up, and then that's pretty much it, right? The bucket comes off. Domi tries to throw. They go down, right? Kind of pop back up, but the refs jump in, and that's it. So nothing much going. A good job. Domi got a couple of shots in here in the middle, and that's it. That was the end of the fight. So a good scrap there by Domi, but not much else on the go. So very, very, very interesting. Hey, Mr. Ben, not Sam or Maud. Oh. Hey, Mr. Ben, welcome in. So that was it, right? That was really it. Domi did his job. Domi came in there. I expected to see more. After that initial fight, I kind of thought, hey, okay, who else is going to go at him now? Every time Gudas is on the ice, somebody should be looking to hit him. Somebody should be looking to run over him. All right, taking a quick look. The Avalanche, wow, 8-1 over the Flames. The Flames are getting absolutely lit up. 8-1, that's crazy. Canucks 1-0 over the Golden Knights. Wow. 3-2 San Jose over the Blues. That's crazy. Kind of need the Blues to win. Celebrini, he got 2 goals in that game. Go, Celebrini, go. And then, of course, the Penguins 8-3 over the Islanders. Some very big scores tonight. Huge scores, which is wild. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a drink here. Little bit of a drink. I rely on Sam's show for human contact. Bush, that's okay. We're here for you. Bush, are you in our Discord? Do you have Discord? Sam is still upright. I'm still upright, absolutely. I listened all day to the guy who said the Leafs couldn't handle Gudas. I said Gudas is a bad fighter, never fought a tough guy. Yeah, he's not, right? He beat him hands down. All right, now I will say, I'll drop this in here if I can open this fast enough. Come on, fingers. I am getting a little tired. I'm not going to lie. Let's bring this up. If you are a Discord user and you want to join us, we ask that you please are respectful, but come on in, come join our Discord. You can hang out, talk anytime. Good place to hang out and have some fun. Also, make sure you're following us on all social media. You can certainly do that. You can go to our website, Samwelb12Experience.com, or you can search us on X or on, well, any platform, really. But we appreciate it. We love reading all your comments and messages. I do read all your messages. And so thank you for those that are sending. I might not be able to respond to them all, but I do read them all. So thank you for sending them all around. So Discord is more of like just a hangout place, just more of a hangout place. People kind of talk back and forth, have some fun. We got all different sports sections in there. It's a good general section. It's a good place to hang out in between streams, and it's pretty good. It took you 2 Jay's seasons to invite me to Discord. Do I have to beg or just be a Leaf fan? You know what, Bush? It's funny. And shame on me. I don't talk about it enough. I rarely talk about it. I don't talk about half the stuff I should be talking about to promote my own stuff. But it's just a fun place to hang out. A lot of good folks are in there. So yeah, come on in, check it out. Well, Kevin, no Kevins, no. Although, do we have any Kevins? I can't say no Kevins. We already have one. Maybe we only allow one Kevin, and you just weren't it. No, Kevin, come on in. You can join. Everybody can join. It's open. Zayden, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. Need Nylander's score for 500 for some big bucks there. The no Kevins rule. That's right. Oh goodness. Kevin's allowed though. Yeah. Oh, you guys crack me up. You guys crack me up. So this, yeah, like I said, I kind of was expecting a bit more from this squad. Bruins fan here, hoping tonight's the night for Brendan Carlo. Doesn't feel, no, you know what, Bram, thanks for coming in. You know, Brendan Carlo has been a big disappointment in my opinion. I was super excited when Brendan Carlo was first announced, when the trade was announced. I was like, good, because every time Toronto played Boston, Carlo somehow hurt us. And I thought, man, this is good. We're going to bring him in. He'll help out. He's a bigger guy. He'll be a tough presence. Just never really saw it from him. So it was very unfortunate. How did your son do on the weekend? So David, it was tough weekend. Lost in the semifinals, but that's okay. It happens. And now we get to start all over again. You need to plug yourself more. You're so thanks. I know it's funny. It's to bring you into my mind. It's funny because I sit here and I listen to other people and they're nonstop plugging stuff, right? They're finding a way to plug stuff. And I'm like, I feel like that takes too much away from what we're doing. But yeah, I'll work on it. Except Leaf ones, just kidding. Let's see. I left. We scored. Get ready to shoo me away for the start of the second. Dude, Krusty, that's right. Isn't that funny? I used to hate when that happens. Who was it? There was, I can't remember who it was now. It may have been Austin Matthews when Matthews was going on a tear. No, it wasn't Austin Matthews. There was a Leaf player who I legit missed a bunch of their goals when I wasn't streaming. No, it couldn't have been Matthews because I would have been streaming. Who was it? Was it Bedard? I don't know. There was some player that every goal they scored, I missed every single one of them. I can't remember who it was now. Domi is a grinder. Domi is definitely one of those guys who gets in the corner and mucks it up. And good for him. Like, that's the role he should be playing. I don't need Domi to score 20 goals. He's not going to score 20. I thought Domi would be a 15 goal a year guy. He's not that. He needs to get in there and muck it up. He needs to be that more physical presence. Issue the Leafs put Brendan Carlo with Morgan Riley, and Brendan Carlo plays better. McCabe, OEL. I agree. That is an issue, Josh. 100%. These are all about give me money. They aren't there for the love of the game. That's exactly it. You know, it's funny. I just had an interview with somebody recently, and they were asking me about YouTube and everything, and all I kept talking about was all of you. How, you know, we're a community-based channel, and you know, we love to share our joint passions. And they started asking me about all the other stuff that comes along with it, and I'm like, nah, I don't. I love it, I appreciate it, but I don't ask for it. It's just weird. Let's see. Is Gudis is playing Dragon? Yes, he is playing. He is playing. They got one scrap with him, just one at the beginning of the game. He dropped his gloves. Him and Domi went at it, but that was really it. Nothing really much more than that. And I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting for more to happen. Listen, if I'm going to stay up late, like we need some energy coming from this squad here, because I'm getting tired. And if there's not much more going to go, like we came here for the scraps. Hey, Charlie, welcome in. Grinders need to have defensive responsibility. Domi doesn't have any. That's a good point too, Ryan. He is not the most defensive sounded player. He does have some issues there. Hey, Chris, welcome in. So Domi definitely has some challenges, some issues when it comes to that side of the game, right? Definitely. Was not Gudis enough. We need more. Right, Prep. We need more. We need more. Hey, Ambrose, welcome in. We need more. We want to see Gudis get absolutely pummeled. When is that going to happen? Right? It hasn't happened yet. It should happen. It should happen more. How's Bichette doing? Oh, Mark, he is not doing good at all. He's been getting booed out of the building, which is great. Listen, I wish Bo Bichette all the best, but it makes me smile. Better have been Mr. Rogers. Was not Mr. Rogers. It was actually for a little, well, I can't really get into it, but yeah, it was a good talk. See, Domi as yeah, so Chris, the Kadri is a good comparison. That type of player for sure. I think Kadri has better hands. I think Kadri is definitely a better goal scorer. I also, and maybe that's because Kadri, I think, is more of a shoot first guy. Domi is more of a pass first guy. Do you think the fighting is done, or is there more? Hockey dude, I hope there's more. I'll be really disappointed if there's no more. If there's no more fighting, I'm going to go to bed. Right? We were here to watch the revenge, and right now that's no revenge. So that's a tough way to go. So I hope we're going to get more. What happened tonight was definitely not enough to say you took out our captain, so this is how we're going to return to you. What they did is not anything special. So hopefully there will be more that comes from it. I hope. Otherwise, it's just a disappointing year. Now I expected Toronto to lose, right? I have no issues if they lose this game. No issues with that. We all expected them to lose this game. But they got to inflict a little more payback than what they've done. Never give up on your dreams. Leafs didn't like Kadri because he was tough, dirty, and scared the other team can't. Yeah, Jordan, the whole thing was really odd, right? Was really odd with Kadri. It's just, Kadri, I liked him a lot, and he would go in, he'd be gritty, he'd score some goals. I know he had those suspensions, which again were kind of questionable. He did take stupid penalties, but I feel like he was made more of an example of. If he did that on any other team, I think it'd be a very different story. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. Hello, so how's it going? It's a sad day as Golden Knights. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know the whole story of what went on in Vegas, but that was just such a weird scenario, right? Weird scenario. You should have brought back Kadri. So the problem with Kadri, and listen, I'm happy that he went to Colorado. He's going to play well. He's got good chemistry there with McKinnon, and I believe, let's take a look. Kadri's got 2 goals today. Does he have any others? No, a couple of goals for Kadri today. So that's 15 and 16 on the year. Listen, good for Kadri. I don't think Kadri is the same player he used to be, right? He's now on that downside of his career. Not the same player he used to be by any means. So I actually think if they would have brought Kadri back, Toronto would have been like, this isn't the Kadri we used to have. Where's the Kadri we used to have? I don't think people would have been able to realize he's a lot older now. He's not the same Kadri. He's not the same player. But I think Colorado's a perfect fit for him. I really do. It's shameful if that, yeah, Charlie, I know, right? I hope there's going to be more. Grab some snow off the ice and smash it in Gudas's face. Really get in there, right? Take the smelling salts and splash it in his face. Cassidy wasn't playing the big boys. Check the top two lines. Ice time over the last 10 games. The players want their ice time, so they whined to make. Yeah, I mean, but was there a reason for it? Like Vegas is in a pretty, and I know we didn't really kind of go through the standings or anything here, but like Vegas is right there in third spot in the Pacific, 80 points. Is it just like were guys banged up and he was resting them? Like there's got to be more to it. Domi and Gudas both back on the ice. Period number 2. So the Ducks' leading goal scorer, Cartier, is going to leave. He's been injured, upper body injury. Domi with a big swipe there with the stick. He's going to come down, going in the corner. Domi was hoping Gudas would get the puck. There's a couple of shots to Gudas. Anaheim 3-on-2. Out of the thing, 4-on-2. Going to pass it around, trying to return the favor. Comes back up top. Here comes one-on-one. Joshua with Gudas. Joshua turning. Gudas up on Joshua. Joshua should just punch him in the face. Here comes Joshua again. Gudas going to tie him up. Why are they just skating by him? Domi going to bring this one back. Domi should just pass Gudas the puck and then hammer him. Ducks steal it. Going to get a shot. That one's knocked down. Anaheim just inside the zone. Going to play this one down. Domi trying to throw some hits. Takes the puck away. Domi going to go off the boards, and they get it out. So Gudas changes up. Anaheim in full mode now as they switch their lines around. Toronto really didn't get much going in there. I thought they'd take a couple more shots. Some good jump. Lacombe going to bring this one around. Here's a quick shot. That one goes high and into the mesh. Torts coach Carter Hart. They need goaltending. Yeah, okay, that's true. I mean, there's some relation there. Nylander's doing okay. Nylander's doing okay. Hey, my secret identity. You know, welcome in, everybody. It's a late night here tonight. Off the draw. Leafs going to slowly roll this one to the line. Willie going to get this one out. Leafs going to turn, dump it in. Tavares, he's going to give run. It actually hops right in on net. Ducks going to turn, going to play this one out. Here comes Anaheim. Little drop pass. Walking right up. Toe drag shooting. That's going to be knocked down. Cowan here to pick up the loose puck, trying to get it out. Ducks going to play it back, but it's going to come all the way back, all the way down. And Husso going to play it across. Here comes Lacombe up over the line, going to play it over with a big shot. Nice stop by Stolarz. Excellent work. Another blast and another big stop by Stolarz. 2 shots by Lacombe, and he's going to stand up and get those one. Should knock a Leaf out. And I don't know why they're just letting him go. Why are they just letting him go? That makes no sense. Hey, Cookie, the best smelling fruits. That's a good question. That's a really good one. Do melons count as fruits? A good cantaloupe? Going to play it around. Toronto out of their own zone. Cross ice pass. Stepping up to that blue line. Going to be dumped in. An icing call. This is going to come all the way back. Hey, Theo. Grand salami video was insane in classic Sammy. That was pretty funny. Brendan Little does it again, right? Does it again. I'm not posting another video. I'm not giving the airtime to Brendan Little. Yeah, Derek, I'm with you. I think he'll be next. I think he will be next for sure. Citrus fragrance, super fire. And you need a fruity one. Hey, Mr. Snow, good to see ya. Ducks in the corner, going to try to center it. It goes off Nyes. Toronto going to bring this one down. They're going to roll it all the way out. Anaheim turning it around, going to back it up. Ducks looking one way, going to go across. Long pass. Ducks, long cross ice passes. Going to bring it into the zone. Stellaris comes out, going to play it around the boards. Kreider is up there, wreaking havoc. Carlson as well. And the Toronto Maple Leafs going to bring it up far side of the ice. Going to roll this one down. Let's go. There's no energy in this game. Here's Gudis. Oh, there's a big late hit. Finally, they go at him. A wrestling match in the corner. Pezzetta goes at Gudis. They're going to drop the gloves. The linesman is going to jump in here as Pezzetta goes at Gudis. Zellweger coming over. He's pulling at Pezzetta's stick. Vile trying to get at Pezzetta. Now Vile's trying to go at someone else. Pezzetta's trying to push the linesman away. And there's a whole dust up in the corner here. Gudis, the linesman protecting Gudis here. Not going to happen. Gudis says something with a bunch of four-letter words. Now the linesman got his finger in the face of Pezzetta saying, you get to the box right now. So Pezzetta trying to get at Gudis. Gudis is going to turtle on him. So I would just do this nonstop. I would send somebody after Gudis the whole time. Pezzetta goes at him. He climbs on his back. He's not really giving him shots. He's just there. He's pushing at him. He's pushing at him. And the linesman comes over and pushes him away. So Pezzetta trying to get at Gudis. Gudis wants nothing to do with Pezzetta at all. Pezzetta's lucky he's got the stripes there now. So they're giving Pezzetta an abusive official penalty. He's being thrown out of the game. Pezzetta just smashes, breaks the stick over his knee. Pezzetta's going to get kicked out of this game. So Pezzetta's going to get 2 for the roughing, and it looks like he's been thrown out of this game. Oh, he broke it over the side of the bench, not his knee. Unbelievable. We've seen guys do so much more and nothing. Unbelievable. So Cowan is going to go sit in the box. Power play for the Ducks. And I would just keep going at him nonstop. Throw the whole team out. I would just continuously keep going at him. So unbelievable. So on the power play, Leafs going to clear this one out and down the ice. Pezzetta is ready for constructive. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. Those sticks are expensive. This is going to come across. Toronto shorthanded. But this, if I'm the Leafs, I just send everybody at him right now. That's a BS call by the referee. This coming around, down over the side. Anaheim, cross ice. Terry with it now. Terry playing this one back. Terry still looking. Coming cross ice, rink wide. Here's a blast. Big save by Stellaris. 93 miles an hour. Carlson with a huge stop. Here they come again, Leo Carlson, and that's going to go up and out of play. So I would, if I'm Domi, next shift, same thing. I'd go running at him. Cowan, go running at him. McCabe, go running at him. I would send everybody in after him. You know, if they want to kick out the team and forfeit the game because our whole roster has been kicked out, then I think you got to do it. They took out your captain. This coming back. Here's Carlson. This is going to be knocked away. Good job by Quinlan, and the Leafs going to get this one out and down the ice. Gord, he did. Domi and him fought right off the hop. Pizzetta went at him just a couple minutes ago, and he turtled. And then the referees threw Pizzetta out of the game. This coming back around. It's still not listed here. All it says is 2 minutes for roughing. Carlson coming back. Going to play it to the corner. Now back to the point. Here's a shot. Stolarz got a piece of it. Went up high. Incanu, what's going on? Sandra, hello there. Welcome in. Jared, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. We got this game. Did the Leafs set the tone? So Tom, I wouldn't really call it setting the tone. I mean, the Domi fight was okay, but it was short as Gudas didn't really fight. He kind of took some punches and then went down. And he's been shying away from everything else. Turtled from Pizzetta in the corner. Here come the Ducks. Seneca in over the line. Here's a sharp shot. That's going to go wide and come back out of the zone. Power play has expired. Back to 5-on-5. We got to up the intensity here. We need some hits right now. Killorn, side of the net, coming right in front. Seneca with a shot. That one goes up high. This is going to come out and down the ice. Leafs going to go change up. Back to pick it up. Yeah, Mace, they can't let up on him. They got to keep coming. They got to, this guy knocked out your captain with season-ending MCL surgery. One fight isn't enough. Nick Robertson trying to throw a big hit. Ekman Larson picking it up. He's going to play it across. Here come the Leafs. Riley stepping up. Hit. That's right, Rick. Hit everything. This back in the corner. Robertson. He's wheeling and dealing. Robertson still cycling around. Robertson to Domi, playing it to the point. Over to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson tries to center it. Ducks going to flip this one out and down the ice. Riley going to race back for it. Riley has a man on. Moore is coming in hard after him. Ian Moore. Puck comes over to Robertson. He's going to shovel it ahead to Domi. Domi, long cross-ice pass. That one misses everybody. Ducks going back in their own zone. Willie should give Gudas that would be funny. In over the line, a little toe drag, no shot. Centering it, Cowan is back to pick it up. He's going to get it ahead to Nylander. Willie up over the line, little cross-ice for Tavares. Dropping it, shot, that's going to come. Another shot and a nice save. Leafs going to crisscross, holding it in the zone, playing it around behind the net. Nylander has it go over his stick in the corner. Coming in, Toronto finishing some hits. Tavares with a nice job. Here come the Ducks. Back up over Troy Terry, being forced off the puck by McCabe. Little move here by Tavares, playing it across. Cowan bringing it in. Cowan jumping into the corner. And that's the other problem. Oh, here's Nylander. He's coming over to Tavares. Thought about it. Or sorry, that was Bo Grew. Thought about scooping it. Couldn't. Here they come again. Benoit with a shot. Playing it back to Ekman Larson. Turning over to Grew. It's behind him. He gets put in the boards by Lacombe. Nylander comes through. Grew taking it, shooting. It stopped. He gets slew foot. Back up. No call by the official. This is going to come out and down the ice. Ekman Larson turning, playing it back up. Toronto has to wait to come on side. They turn over the puck. Breakaway. Anaheim coming in. Great save, Stolarz. Real nice job. Hey, Jim, what's going on? Welcome in. This coming back the other way. Grew trying to chase it down. Coming out of the net. Zellweger playing it around. Leafs can't hold the line. It comes out. They're going to play it right back in. Leafs tag up. Now they're going to come and go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Tom, he was the right move, right? He was the right move. Shorzy. Yeah, let's get Shorzy on the ice. This back over. Long outlet pass. Anaheim. Killorn coming up. Riley trying to force him. Riley putting Killorn into the corner. Here comes Nyes as well. Guys got to play a little more feisty. Domi on Zellweger. Granlund putting it across, hits a skate, comes to the point. Gudas turning and shooting. That's coming back to the line. Leafs with one hand, going to force this one out. Coming all the way back to get it, and that's going to be an icing call. Gudas is Shorzy. The Hanson brothers. They just, you know what? They gotta get in. Okay, so Pizzetta was given a 10-minute misconduct. So 2 for roughing. 2 for roughing, 10-minute misconduct. And hang on, they're continuing to update the board here. So 2 for roughing and 2 10-minute misconducts is what they've given him. 2 10-minute misconducts. So he's not coming back. He gets a game misconduct for abusing an official, which was such a BS call. Stetcher going in the corner. So Toronto's really got to sack up here. This coming around down in the corner. Leafs got to get physical. Oh, there we go. Gloves are dropped. Domi, he's going to drop them. Turn around. I can't see. He's got Mindikoff. Domi and Mindikoff. Uppercut over the right. Going to take him down. Trying to get back up on the feet. The linesman going to jump in right away. Domi is back up. Domi is still throwing punches. Pavel Mindikoff trying to cover his head. Domi was still throwing them. And Domi is saying, let's go, guys. Bush coming into the All-Star. Bush, thank you so much. Welcome in. Welcome for the upgrade. And Domi is now going to the room. So Mindikoff came at Domi. They were pushing and shoving. Domi came right back. They dropped the gloves. And again, Domi just came with the uppercuts. And Domi takes him down. So again, Domi wins 2 fights. He should have punched Wes McCauley. So I think Domi I don't know if he's just getting, well, he must. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if Domi's gone for the game. They send him down to the locker room. Unless he got 5 minutes for fighting and a 10-minute misconduct. In which case, he'll return later in the third period if they stack it as 15 minutes. So we'll have to see what they're going to give to Domi. But I think this is what they got to keep doing right now. But the problem is right now Pizzetta is out. Now Domi is out. Who else? Who else are you going to throw in here? 2 in? Yeah, well, yeah, it could be the instigator. We'll have to see how they put this one up on the board. But we need somebody else. Like, they just got to keep doing this. Hey, Big Rickster, what's going on? Welcome in. Vancouver winning against Vegas. Who knew that was going to happen? Toronto just needs to keep throwing them right now, continuing to bring it up. All right, welcome in. By the way, we're just a couple of likes short. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, make sure you hit that like button. And last but not least, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. We appreciate it all so very, very, very much as we're continuing to grow the channel. So interesting, as the goaltenders skated past each other, Stolarz gave Husso a little bump in a few words to each other. Could we get a goalie fight tonight? Yeah. That would be pretty something. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is my pleasure. So Berube is having something to say to the official. Berube is saying, listen, this could be my last game as head coach. Can you just, do us a favor? Before he gets another concussion. So, got to get the clock fixed. It's weird because right now the clock shows a power play for Anaheim for 2 minutes. But the face-off is in the Anaheim zone, so the officials are all going to come over now and figure out what is going on. Wes McCauley saying it's should be 5-on-5. They're going to take the penalty off the board. All right, it is 5-on-5. Leafs going to win this one back to the point. Going to play this one into the corner. Leafs Nylander cycling up high, and he brings the puck out. Everyone's got to come out. Nylander going to flip this one right back in. Leafs coming in after it. Cowan against Gudas in the corner. Tavares coming over. Cowan broke his stick. And here comes nice little move here. The Ducks, Ian Moore bringing it out. Around behind Toronto trying to play this one through. Over to the line. Lacombe keeping this one in deep. Over to the far side. Riley getting tied up. Riley gets tripped up. Still digging here in the corner. So I'm still waiting. They haven't put the penalties up on the board yet. This comes out. They have Minnikoff 5 for fighting. Nothing for Domi. Here's Cowan with a sharp shot. That one doesn't miss by much. Tavares back to pick it up in the corner. Going to center it. Nobody is there. And the Ducks going to work it up. Long cross-ice pass. Something Anaheim is very good at. These really, really long passes. Here's a long pass. Toronto into the Ducks zone. They're coming again. Here's a sharp angle shot. That's going to go wide. Might have been a pass across. Still trying to bring it through. Bodies going everywhere. Joshua going to play it to the line. This kept in. Back to Joshua. Going to flip it over to McCabe. He shoots. And what an unbelievable save. And there's a little bumping in front of the goaltender. And now McCabe grabs Gudas in a headlock. He's going to rip Gudas down. McCabe is going at Gudas. Gudas is on his knees. Here comes everybody over. The referee's getting in there. Quinlan has somebody. Gudas is trying to throw punches at McCabe. McCabe has him tied up. Stetcher wraps up his man and takes him down. Zellweger goes down. Zellweger isn't a tough guy. And Gudas, again, the referee's going to protect him. Dakota Joshua now having some words here as well as Jake McCabe goes after Gudas and the linesman coming in. Wow. The linesman protecting Gudas. So slimy. Let them fight. Toronto trying to get at Gudas and the linesman jumping in right away. Gotta let them go. How are the referees protecting them? Referees certainly don't protect Leaf players this way. McCabe came right at Gudas, pulled off his helmet. Everybody comes in, and the linesman immediately pulls McCabe off. Gudas stands up, tries to start throwing some punches, and a referee won't let them go. Unbelievable. Two-tier refereeing. Shame on you, Stripes. Shame on you. So, okay, so now they've listed this whole thing. This whole scoreboard is screwed up. Mintyukov, they're saying a 2-minute minor. Domi, 5 minutes for fighting. Mintyukov is also 5 minutes for fighting. Now they have Gudas for 2 minutes, McCabe for 2 minutes, Quinlan for 2 minutes. So we'll see how they get this all squared away. Hey, Neil, I hope the Leafs hire Mark Hunter as their GM. We'll see. Ducks better give me my money. This is crazy right now, but they got to step in. Hey, typical. Best Jays game ever. Oh, goodness. It was brutal. Jays, we had a lot of fun, but it was a brutal game. It was a brutal game. They just, Jays got beat up pretty darn good. That wasn't great. That wasn't great is all we'll say about that, and we'll leave it there. All right, folks, thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate it. If you haven't hit that subscribe yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Man, this is going to be kind of an awkward week for us, but we got lots of streams coming up, back-to-back Jays games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We'll get some Leafs in. We're coming up to playoff time where we'll be covering a bunch of NHL series as we go. So lots of hockey coming up on the channel. If you've watched playoffs with us before, you know how we do it. We go hard just about every night. We'll be going. And Berube will be next, Anthony. He will definitely be next up. So Gudas left the penalty box. And Gudas is going to the locker room. So Gudis left the penalty box. So they give McCabe 5 for fighting. They give Gudis 5 for fighting. And is Gudis now going to take himself out of this game? So as Gudis, the Ducks come away with the power play. So an extra penalty for Jake McCabe. Cowan is going to serve it. Side of the net, going to dump this one around. So if Gudis does not return, I mean, that's pretty crazy if he takes himself out of this game. We'll see if there was any other misconducts awarded. Nothing is listed as of yet. Another penalty being called here. A trip. Is this going to be Benoit? Nope, it's against the Ducks. So we're going to get some 4-on-4 action here. Hey, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas, listen, it wasn't a great fight. It wasn't much of a fight. Domi had his way with them for like 2 seconds. Hey, Joe, and then that was about it. So it should have been so much more here. So Carlson gets the call for tripping. Wasn't really much of a trip. So 123 of 4-on-4 coming up here. Again, the Leafs need to be a lot more physical. They should. Listen, Gudis should have got more than 5 games for his knee on knee. I mean, that was just absolutely disgusting. Back. Here's a one-timer that's going to sail just high. But I think the Leafs, if Gudis takes himself out of this game, they need to pick another target to go after. They need to just go after somebody. Toronto back around, going to send this one down in the corner. Anaheim setting it up behind their own net, going to play it in front. Ducks now on the move. Here's a long pass. Lacombe coming in, 3-on-1, shooting, scores. Unbelievable. The Ducks going to put this one in. John Carlson gets the goal and a beauty shot. Absolutely beauty of a shot by John Carlson to bury this one. Makes no mistake about it. Kind of top corner over the glove arm. Very, very well done. Just rips it right home. Wow. Wow. So here comes Toronto. Riley cutting through the middle. Lost the handle. This is going to come all the way back. Zellweger with it. Ian Moore with it. Going to play this one up to Zellweger. He's going to bring it up over the line. Lacombe. Here comes Anaheim. Stopping behind the net. Anaheim trying to set it up. Carlo, go after him, Carlo. Finally, he loses it. Carlo takes it away. Toronto. Riley going to slow play this one ahead. Leafs going to break it out. Here's Michelli in over the blue line. Michelli, he's going to stop. Trying to send this one back to Ekman-Larsson. Still 4-on-4. Here's a shot. Hits the side of the net. Michelli centering this one across to Nyes. Nyes shooting. That's deflected high. I'm going to go into the mesh. So we're going to get a stoppage with 6 seconds left of the 4-on-4 hockey. Yeah, abuse of an official is what they gave Pizzetta misconduct for. Didn't really abuse an official. He just didn't quite go to the penalty box as he was told. So that's a weak call. That's a way of referees trying to manage this game and bring the intensity down by kicking out Pizzetta. He's coming around. Nylander with it. Willie setting it up. Leafs now will get a very short power play, about 30 seconds. Getting organized. Nylander at the top. Going to send it through. That shot is blocked. Nylander racing to hold the line. He does. Comes into Nyes. Nyes centering in front. No one is there. Comes all the way back to Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson going to play this up along the side. He's going to get put into the boards by Trouba. Joshua comes over as well, taking it away. Ekman-Larsson in the slot, shooting. Big save by Husso. Nylander off the boards to Ekman-Larsson. Eki across to Cowan in the slot, bouncing it around. Another blast. That's blocked. Racing over. They're going to hold this one in. Off the boards, down around the corner. Nice job. Power play has expired. Going to bounce this around the boards, and the Ducks going to carry it out. Up over the line, Nyes doing a good job. Stick lifting, trying to bring it down. Shot goes around behind the net. So holy smoke. So I'm trying to see. We'll have to go through this when it's all done at intermission. It's crazy right now. NHL should use 3 times your out rule, maybe 3, 5 game suspensions and you're out. Like 3, you mean 3 penalties and then you're out, or 3 suspensions and you're kicked out of the league? Chris, elaborate. Should have abused Wes McCauley. No kidding. George, it was such a BS call. It was not a good call by any means. So come on, Leafs. Just bring the energy right now. This coming across. Leafs racing up to the red line. Going to dump it in. 6:15 to go here in this penalty. Joshua leaving here for Robertson. Robertson cycling around. Back over to Joshua. Joshua eludes a hit. Bring it side of the net. It's right there for Bo Grew, and he gets hauled down. Penalty being called. Leafs bringing it back over. Setting it around. Ekman Larson. Or excuse me. Nylander now. He's going to shoot. Hits the leg of Joshua. He tries to throw it across. Still over here. And the whistle's going to come as Benoit comes together with his man. And again, Stick's going to get tangled up. Terry is not going to fight anybody. Kreider and Joshua kind of come together. And Nick Robertson and Owen Zellweger come together. But the Leafs coming close. They're going to commercial break. 5:47 left to go. And it's 3-1 Anaheim. The Leafs going to the power play. Unbelievable what's going on right now. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Look at that. Unbelievable. We are growing leaps and bounds, and we thank you all so much for doing it. All right. Let's go, Leafs go. If you're watching over on the talk, thank you for following along. We just passed another little milestone. I got to update the goal there. We appreciate you. A little bit of Gudis payback. Domi fought at the beginning, but it wasn't a great fight. And he's left the game now. Gudis has left the game. A couple other people, Pizzetta trying to get at him, McCabe trying to get at him, and he's left. Whether it's not listed as a misconduct or anything, so I wonder if he said he's injured and taken himself out of this game. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for a great night. We want them to suck right now. That's what we want. We want them to lose. But yeah, this was fun. Listen, the Blue Jays got rocked in a way we didn't want them to, and the Leafs are having a tough time now, but this is going to be a whole lot of fun. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting those likes. We need 5 friends to hit that subscribe button for us. Hit that subscribe, set that notification bell, and let's go, right? Let's do it in style. We want you to come back and join us, especially for the NHL playoffs. Yes, it's going to be leafless, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a ton of fun throughout the playoffs. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again real soon. All right, let's find out what's going on. So Chris Kreider is going to take the penalty. Leafs power play is up. Send Shorzy to the locker room. Gotta get them fired up, right? Just get them, just banging and crashing. Just go. So Gudis, hey Ron, Gudis was suspended 5 games. Gudis is like, but I apologized. So Nylander bumps into the net. The net is going to come off. Nealer saying Killorn knocked me into the net, so they're going to fix the net. Referee's going to have a little conversation here. And listen, I'll give Gudis a little bit of credit. He came out and said, you know, he's injured, right? He missed a couple games over the last few days, but he said, nope, I got to play against Toronto. I got to take my lickings for my actions. So I appreciate that. I appreciate he dropped the gloves. But after that, having the referees protect you so nobody can get to you is a travesty. 3 infractions where the player is suspended 5 games or more, he's out. Yeah, Chris, I'm okay with that. I'm good with that for sure. Good luck getting it through player safety, though. Here comes Willie over the line. Nylander going to play this one in. Turning, banking it off the boards. Go get it, Ekman Larson. What are you doing? Now he's got to back up. The Ducks are coming over the line, shorthanded. Going to throw this one through. It's going to go wide. Coming back out. Anaheim going to play it all the way down. 5 minutes to go here. Goalie fight, line brawl. Heck, let's have the line. Let's have the coaches go at it. Let's have the coaches go at it. We should trade the whole team for the likes. Zach Hyman and Cirelli expected 5-on-5. I'm not a huge Cirelli fan, but Hyman, yeah, I'd bring Hyman back in a heartbeat. Problem with Hyman, in a couple of years when his contract is up, he's going to get paid and paid well. He's a steal of a deal right now. And I kind of hope he stays. Let's go, Ducks. Want those Ducks to win. Let's go. Senek, welcome in for Calder. I don't think he's going to get the Calder this year. I don't think he's going to be anywhere close there. I think Celebrini's a cakewalk. Here comes Riley. Riley going to pass this one up. Now we're going to slide it back. Up over the line. Toronto busted into Järnkrok. Järnkrok playing it back. Here's a long shot. Nice save. Rebound was there. They can't get it. Puck bouncing all over the place. It was rookie. Oh, excuse me. Let's say you're right. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I apologize. You are correct. Where's my brains? Where's my brains? This coming in over the line. Demidov is who I meant to say. Demidov is who I meant to say. This coming across over the line, racing it up. Good shot and a good save by Stark. I'll tell you the issue with Beckett, and very good. Him and Demidov are neck and neck, right? The big difference, yeah, poor Cody Ponce, KB. The big difference with Beckett is his -12, right? That -12 is tough, Schaefer's going to give it a heck of a run too. And you know what, to be honest with you, even if Schaefer doesn't win in scoring, the fact Schaefer's a +19 is massive. So Schaefer could steal it. He's got 4 game-winning goals. So Schaefer could actually steal it away. And he's a defenseman, right? 75 points as a defenseman. Schaefer could steal it. Are the Ducks playing with an empty net in the second period? Right? Could be. Vest says Schaefer's gets it. Yeah. I think, to me, it's between Demidov and Schaefer. I really do. I think Beckett is going to be in that conversation, of course, but I don't think he comes away with it. Unless he has like an explosive last few games. I don't think so. Brains are overrated. Here's a quick shot. It gets knocked down when I get tired. Oh. Here comes a quick shot. Nice save. Leafs trying to get physical here. Stars making a couple of saves. And the Leafs going to get this one out and down the ice. 2:17 to go. 2:17 to go. Savoy is stepping up. Yeah, I think Schaefer as a defenseman, though, like the numbers he's putting up, what he's doing is just crazy. Stolar is playing it dangerously in front of his own net. Ducks coming right back at it. Going to play it to the line. Here's a big blast. It's blocked by Cowan. Toronto pushing it ahead. Joshua is racing up. Joshua loses the handle. And the Ducks going to play this one out. Ducks right back into the Leaf zone. Leafs got to start finishing some checks again. 1:40 to go. Down is Nyes. He's going to come across, dropping it for Cowan. He's going to rotate this one back. Miss Stetcher comes all the way back. Benoit has to come back and get it. Completely changed it. Yeah. You're right, Ryan. That's a good call. He really has. Here's Benoit with a shot right on it. Who's still going to make the save? Being a Canucks fan stinks. The Canucks are having a tough year. we'll take a look at intermission. We'll pull up all the rookie stats, and we'll look through, and we'll see kind of how we feel about these top few rookie class from this year. So good job. Almost a Michigan over at the center by Beckett Senek. 22 goals this season. Tied for first among NHL rookies. There's a big takedown right off the opening draw. A lot of cross checks. Here's Grew with a shot. Rebound trying to pull it through was Michelli. He couldn't. Comes around behind the net. Here's Bo Grew lining up his man for a hit. And he just gets out of the way. Splitting the D. Here they come. Stillars with a poke check. Does a good job as the Anaheim player crashes hard into the net behind, or the boards behind. It was Ian Moore who crashed hard. This coming back. Anaheim around behind their own net. 42 seconds to go now. Going to rush this one up. Stepping up over the line. Going cross ice. Puck is going to be moved through. Grew holding up his man. Leafs with 30 seconds on the board. Going to move forward. We got some whistles. So the trainer taking a little look here at Ian Moore. He crashed hard. Andreas, yeah, he fought right like 2 seconds into the game. Wasn't much of a fight. He kind of took his licks. Leafs went at him a couple times here in the second, but the referees wouldn't let them get at him. And then Gudis is left to the dressing room and not returned. So he's taken himself out of this game. And Toronto really hasn't gone at anybody else. This is going to be played around, which they should. Stetcher playing this back for Riley. Riley hammers it around the boards. It is going to squeak out. Here comes Toronto into the zone, trying to play it to the middle. They cannot. Yarncroke waiting in no man's land. Comes to the line. Stetcher keeps it in. 5 seconds to go. And the horn is going to go. This period is going to come to an end. Anything going to develop here? Nothing. 3-1 is your score after 2 minutes to play. Sikora's on fire so far. Yeah, Martin, he impressed me. Sikora impressed me for sure. Looking really, really bad. No, absolutely. Listen, if you're tired, go to bed. Go to bed. You have appointments in the morning. We know it's late. 11:45. Please don't stay up just for the sake of me. So Leafs trying to get in there and muck it up. 17 shots for Toronto, 21 for Anaheim. Faceoffs right now it's showing as 50-50. Each team winning 18 faceoffs. Leafs are 1 for 4 on the power play, as are the Ducks. 49 penalty minutes for Toronto, 22 for Anaheim. 21 hits for the Maple Leafs, 11 for the Ducks. 10 block shots for Toronto, 6 for the Ducks. When we look at it, like here's period number 1 was 5 minutes to Gudis, 5 minutes to Domi, 2 minutes to McCabe, 2 minutes to Nyes, 2 minutes for Mintyukov, 2 minutes for Cowan, 2 minutes for Nylander, 2 minutes to Vale. We go to the second period, 2 minutes to Pezzetta, 10-minute misconduct Pezzetta, 10-minute game misconduct Pezzetta. Mintyukov, 5 for fighting. Domi, 10-minute aggressor on Mintyukov. Right? Gudis, 2 minutes for roughing. Gudis, 2 minutes for roughing. McCabe, 2 minutes. Carlson, 2 minutes. Kreider, 2 minutes. So they gave Domi 10 minutes for being the aggressor. So crazy. 47 minutes in penalties now. The only goal in that second period was John Carlson, his 11th from Lacombe, and Beckett Senek, his 35, which is crazy. Your Avs gave the Flames that BTA at home. Yeah, that's a huge one, Matthew. Huge. Avs absolutely destroyed. Need to stay up. The interesting, but it's done. He left the game. It's crazy, right? I'm on the West Coast and fading. There you go. I'm fading too, but that's okay. 10-minute for being a Domi. Am I right? There you go. All right, let's take a look at the NHL rookies. When we talk about rookies this year, Demidov right now is in that top spot. 73 games played, 16 goals, 41 assists, 57 points, plus 7 He's taken 107 shots. He's got a shooting percentage of 15%, averages about 15 minutes on ice. Beckett also played 73 games, has 22 goals, 34 assists, 56 points, but is a minus 12, right? Minus 12. If we scooch over across, 174 shots, a 12.6% shooting percentage, averages 728. Now, if we look at Schaefer, 75 games, so he's played 2 more games, 22 goals, which ties him for that top spot. Oliver Kapanen also has 22. Schaefer has 34 assists, which ties him with, Beckett. So they each have 56 points. So the difference is Schaefer is a plus 19. He's a 0.75 points per game. 199 shots. He averages 24 and a half minutes a game. Holy smokes. Yeah, Schaefer should win this. I know he's played 2 more games, but the fact he's averaging 24 and a half minutes and he is a defenseman picking up 56 points, that's unbelievable. He should absolutely win it. He absolutely should win it. So Matthew Schaefer, yeah, I think hands down, it's his to lose. As a defenseman, he's absolutely crushing it. I'm so tired with Sam Key. There you go, Len. I'm glad I can. Hey, Mike, welcome in. No playoffs. That's right, no playoffs. Both Pizzetta and Domi done for the night. Hitting the showers. So is Gudis. Gudis also appears to be done for the night. So we'll have to see what they're going to do in the third period. How are they going to come back? Who are they going to muck up? They got to do something to somebody, right? If the game were to end like this and the Leafs don't muck it up with anybody else, I think it should be considered a disappointment. I really, really do. I would have expected the Leafs to do more. You know, they tried to come at Gudis, but I don't think this is nearly enough. All right, the other story we got to look at, if I open this up, keep trying, but I want to know his. Oh, Mr. Snow, sorry. Where's your question? Do you think Little will get sent down? I hope so, Mr. Snow. I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they will. He deserves to be sent down. I'm sorry I missed it, Mr. Snow. I was reading on the other screen, so sorry, Mr. Snow. Demidov is really fun to watch. He is really fun to watch, for sure. Berube should be in the dressing room saying, "This is my last game. Don't mess it up for me." No, I think he'll have 2 because they play San Jose on Thursday. I think they'll let him have out the rest of the road trip. They'll wait till he comes home. I don't think they'll fire him in the middle of the road trip, in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now, wow, the Florida Panthers are in the spot the Leafs need to be in. Toronto's sitting at 75 points. Wow, Winnipeg is 1 point behind Toronto. San Jose, St. Louis, and Florida are all 2 points behind Toronto. So that 5th spot, there is a possibility we can get that 5th spot. Right, there is. The games that are going on today, will any of these help us? The Sharks and Blues, 4-3. That's at the end of the second. So that could help us. The Sharks and the Blues both need to pass by Toronto. So the best scenario is that game goes to overtime, and then then somebody wins. That would be outstanding. That would be perfect. Because we need Winnipeg, San Jose, St. Louis, and Florida to all leap over Toronto. And they're all within 2 points of doing it. It got really close all of a sudden. So big game here for them for that tonight, the Blues and the Sharks. Let's hope that goes to OT. Tomorrow night, let's see, do we have any that we need? The Jets are playing the Blackhawks. So there is a chance if Winnipeg can beat Chicago, that would be good for us. The Florida Panthers are playing the Ottawa Senators. I don't think Florida beats Ottawa, but it's a battle of the brothers, so you never know what's going to happen in that game. On Wednesday night, the Blues are playing the Kings and the Ducks are beating the Sharks. I think the Sharks and Kings will both win. And then Thursday night, it gets very interesting. Florida's playing Boston. The Jets are playing the Stars. No chance the Jets win that one. The Maple Leafs are beating the Sharks. So we really need the Sharks to win on Thursday night. That's another late one, 10 o'clock Eastern time. So it'd be very interesting to see how that one is going to play out as well. Oh, dare I say I'm questioning myself here, but goes Macaulay, do your thing, make the Leafs lose tonight. You know what? I don't think he has to do his thing. I think the Leafs are going to do his thing for him. So that'll be interesting. Now, the other thing, if you didn't see the full announcements, what they said the other day is Keith Pelly actually went and interviewed a bunch of people across the organizations, inside, outside. And we obviously don't know who he interviewed and what the interviews were for, but obviously he's come to that conclusion and said, hey, Treliving is not the guy. And we figured this was coming, right? Because Treliving was a Shanahan guy. Shanahan brought him in. Pelly kind of took over and said, I'll give you a chance. And I don't think he did it for him. So he is gone. We know Berube was a Shanahan guy and a Treliving guy. So he's going to be next out. But I don't think, and I know a lot of you have been saying this all night, is that it's not just a coaching change. Yes, the strategy has to change and the coaching has to change to motivate, but it's a personnel, in Keith Pelly's statement, he specified leadership has to change. And when you talk about leadership of a team, you're talking about your general manager, you're talking about your coach. We already saw them change the power play, right? Steve Sullivan coming in, but now you're talking about your captains and assistant captains. When you say leadership of a team has to change, that's what you're talking about. They asked me what they've been saying. I told them Treliving has to go. Tree has to go, and Tree has gone. The tree has fallen. My jokes are only getting worse. Onyx, you and me both. Who's all gone for the night? So really just Pizzetta and Domi and Gudis. Gudis kind of took himself out of the game because he's a wimp. Steve Sullivan helped the power play at all this season. He did when he came in, Mr. Snow, and the power play has improved. Not much, but the power play has improved from where they were originally. Remember, they were like dead last. They were like really far back. Whoops. They were up to like 20th now, so they have picked up some spots, but they're still way down. But at least they improved. So yeah, what the question is, what happens with your assistant captains? And I think you're talking about Morgan Riley. I think you're talking about Austin Matthews. Is there going to be a change at the guard here? And if there is, that's a tough pill for Matthews to swallow, because when you think of the way this all played out, right? Austin Matthews, he's due for a contract extension. They're not saying anything. Then all of a sudden they're like, yep, he signs for, 5 years? And he's like, hey, we're going to make you the captain. There's no way that Tavares kind of came forward and said, yeah, I'll step down. You can make Matthews the captain. I don't buy that. I think the conversation was, listen, JT, we want to sign Matthews to an extension. We can offer him the captaincy, and in exchange for you giving it up, we'll sign you to a deal and we'll give you a better offer than what we intend. There's some kind of finagling in there for sure, right? For sure. And so they make Matthews the captain. I don't think he had the full respect of this team. I really don't. Excuse me. And so now we're at a situation where Matthews gets taken out by Gudis. Nobody stands up for him. Matthews is pissed, right? We've heard that he's mad. We heard before Olympics, Matthews and the Leaf staff talked and they agreed they're committed to each other. Matthews is pissed. Everybody's pissed. Why would Matthews want to come back other than to fulfill his contract? Why would he want to come back and play for a team that doesn't have his back? To say, listen, I'm your captain. I put it all on the line and nobody could freaking come and help me. You know, he's pissed. So maybe that conversation is, listen, Austin, we'll see what we can do. We'll try to trade you. We'll send you home. But we need a serious package coming back. And if that's the case, I mean, if you can pull off that move, that really opens the door for things. He has a no move clause. So Matthews is going to have to demand a trade or ask to be traded or waive it. So I think you move him. John Tavares isn't going anywhere. Morgan Riley is the other guy, right? Starting, is that 2028? Oh, the Riley has a no move clause, but in 2028, it then goes to a 10-team no trade list. I don't think the Leafs can afford to wait till July 1st, 2028. They got to say to Morgan Riley, like, listen, either you waive it and allow us to trade you, or you're just going to sit on the bench for the next 3 years. They're going to have to do something. Morgan Riley has to go. And I think that's your leadership change. You get rid of Matthews, and I don't want to see Matthews go, but I don't think he's going to want to stay, at least right now. You get rid of Morgan Riley, and then you make your decisions, right? Who you want to have. Jake McCabe kind of takes over Morgan Riley's A. In my book, that's your leader on the defensive side. And then I don't know who you give the C to. Nobody right now jumps out, unless you give it back to Tavares, but nobody jumps out as kind of captain material right now. You're not giving it to Easton Cowan. He's too young. So that will be interesting to see what they decide to do. Riley and Domi need to go. Yeah, listen, Domi's got 3 years left. He's 31. Well, he'll have 2 years left after this year. He's making 3.7. It's not a ton of money. If he comes in, if he gets 10 to 15 goals a year and he bangs and crashes and fights, I'm okay at that amount of money. But yeah, he's a bottom 6 player for sure. But he's got to get some points, right? Domi needs to get some points. He's got 11 goals this year. He's 4 shy of where I'd like to see him get. Don't think he's going to get there. He's a minus 21, which is a big problem. Domi captain, definitely not. Eat 50% of Riley. Give him to Vancouver, to his hometown. It depends what's coming back. See, I for Toronto, I'm not a fan of holding on a salary because we're always up against the cap. But with gaining more cap space because the cap is going up, maybe there's an opportunity where you can do something like that. If he's going to Vancouver definitely has some cap space. And if I'm taking a look, my ask in return, I want somebody who's a standout, right? Do I want to take a fly at Zeev Boom? 20-year-old defenseman just coming into the league. Do I want to take a run at a Philip Baronek? He's a little bit more expensive than Morgan Riley. But does that solve our issues? If I'm trading for Hronek, no, I'm not hanging on any salary. If I'm taking Zeev back, then yeah, I would consider some salary if we get Zeev. I don't think there's any other player on the Canucks I really would be overly interested in, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm looking down. There really isn't anybody on that roster I would be interested in. Let's see. Is there any good Brendan Coots in the minors? You know, we package Riley, pick up Coots and Zeev Boom, then give Riley and hold back some, you know, some salary, retain some salary. That I would probably do. I don't think Vancouver does that. Vancouver's got a lot of draft picks too stacked up. In 2026, well, we won't be able to trade for any draft picks for 2026, but 27, they got a first, they got 2 seconds, they got 2 fourths. In 28, they got 2 seconds, they got 2 fourths, they got their firsts all the way through. So maybe a couple prospects and a draft pick. But again, Riley, nah, I don't think they would do that for Riley, even at 50%. All right, let's get ourselves ready. Third period of action coming up. The Maple Leafs need to get physical. Maple Leafs need to get aggressive. They really, really need to step up. No, I wouldn't want Pettersson or Besser. I wouldn't. I think it's just more of what we don't need, right? They're skillful guys, but they're not really performing in Vancouver. They're more Nylanders, right? We don't want more of that on our team. No, Karin, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't trade him and retain salary unless I was getting players like that back. I'm not saying Vancouver would give up those. Vancouver would never give up those. I'm just saying that's what I would want if I was going to make a move and retain 50% of his salary. That's what my ask would be. But there's no chance Vancouver would give up either of those guys. Leo Carlson is kind of knocked down behind the net here. He's going to get up, and he's kind of limping, but good. So they've already left Carter Gauthier, and now Leo Carlson is hurt. He can't stand on his left foot. So Leo Carlson is going off. So the Ducks sustaining a couple of injuries here. He rolls his ankle. He rolls his ankle here, colliding with his own player. So Troy Terry, who doesn't hit anybody, takes out Leo Carlson, and he goes down. And there goes Carlson. Carlson second. So the top 2 leading scorers on the Anaheim Ducks both go down with injuries today. Wow. Unbelievable. So Domi done for the night. Pizzetta done for the night. And now the Ducks lose Carlson and Carter Gauthier for the night. Leafs lose 2 players for fighting and roughing and instigating. The Ducks lose their number 1 and number 2 scorers to injury. This coming around at the side. Wouldn't it be something if all of a sudden Anaheim falls out of playoff contention because of these injuries? I don't think there's a chance. I think they're too high up. 86 points. Don't think would be the case, but that would be something. This is going to be knocked down. Toronto going to bring it out of their own zone. Going to send this one all the way down the ice. Here come the Ducks. Ducks going to start to work it across, up over the line, dumping it in. Toronto going to knock this one down. Here come the Leafs, trying to get it over to Joshua, who's driving the net. That one goes just wide. This back over. Ducks again going to play it across. Michkov going in. Joshua with a hard hit on Michkov. Just got a piece. Leafs going to bring it in. Robertson, you're offside. So a nice flip in, and Joshua almost was able to come through here. Who do you think would be a good head coach for the Leafs? What about? Yeah, Mr. A lot of people. That's what a lot of people are saying. I'll be honest with this group. It's so hard to come up with who they're going to respond to, right? This down around over at the side. Here's a long shot. Ducks going to play it out. Leafs going to block it down. Ekman Larson going to play this one back. Leafs in their own zone, going to regroup. Going to start to move forward. Here comes Nylander. Willie up over the line, going to put it over to Nyes. Nyes cross ice, trying to get a stick on that one. Doesn't work. Back over at the side. Ekman Larson trying to chip it down. You're still awake. Anaheim playing it across. Here's Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson going to play this one across. Long pass. Almost giving it away. At this point, it doesn't matter who you bring in, the player management-wise, the expectations from fans and media. That is very true, Road Warrior. That's a great point. Oh, Sheldon Keefe was terrible. He was good for a little while, and then it just didn't work. Cowan going to put this one across. Return feed, trying to get that one over. Doesn't connect. Ducks going to pick it up. Long little chip pass is coming all the way down. Nice little move. Ducks, Benoit getting taken down in the corner. Leafs going to try and get this one out. 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Tavares going to bring this one in. Over the line. Tavares going to hold up. Fakes the slapper. Going to send it around behind the net. Going to bring this one over. Favorite coach was Nolan was wild. This is going to be chipped right back in the Leafs zone. Stetcher coming back. Stolarz out of his net. Going to give it over to Benoit. Benoit tossing it up the middle for Bo Grew. Grew going to send it up. That's batted out of the air. Michelli is going to get here. He loses the puck. Riley going to pick this one up. Going to play it ahead all the way down the ice. Icing called. 16:15 to go. Period number 3. Maybe give Carlo the C. Ha. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? You think Leaf fans are angry now? Can you imagine if they put the C on Carlo? Oh, Gudis is back on the bench. Interesting. So Gudis, who left, went down the tunnel in the second period, is back out here for the third. So if Gudis comes back out on the ice, somebody please go take him out. Bogru keeping this one in at the whistle, the offside. That's going to draw a crowd as Michael Granlund went to hit Grew. Grew dumps him, and then Anaheim jumps up here quickly. That's going to draw everybody to come in. Brendan Carlo is sticking his glove in Beckett Senek's face, and the two of them are laughing with each other. They're joking around. So nothing penalty worthy here. So let's go give it back to JT. That would be kind of the only thing that makes sense. Blix, what's going on? Welcome in. Leafs, they definitely need to overhaul to their D department. That is for sure. That's a given. This coming around behind. Ducks now. Lacombe playing it up far side of the ice, dumping this one right in. Stolarz comes out to kick it over to the corner. Back in, Ducks walking out of the corner. Puck rolls up on Stolarz, going to make the save. And John Tavares is going to push and shove here a little bit with Ryan Pooling. So JT getting a little pushing and shoving. Keeping guys away from the front of the net. And that's where their physical toughness has not lasted, right? Things are bumping and grinding in front of the net, and the Leafs don't usually stand up to those guys. Need a complete rebuild. Yeah, Curtis, they certainly do. And it's so hard to do when you have guys with no move clauses. Because it's their right to say, no, don't trade me. Give it to Bobby McMahon. Oh, wait. What a disaster of a trade that was. Getting rid of McMahon, Grabinkin, Minton, not playing Alex Steves, so he leaves. Man, so much talent we've just let go for nothing. This wrapping around the boards. Benoit looking for it. Had lost it behind him. He's going to play this one back out. Leafs bringing it all the way to their own zone. Back over to Benoit. Benny returning the feed. Long pass up the middle. Here comes Grew. He's chasing. Backhand trying to play it to Joshua. That doesn't connect. Leafs holding it in at the line. Good job by Riley. Quinlan with a shot. Side of the net. Jamming. Here comes everybody. The pushing and shoving again. Joshua getting the hands up. Everybody's getting the hands up. Senek is throwing a couple in the face of Quinlan. Joshua is in there as well. So everybody getting involved. Can a coach play on the team like a playing coach? I think in the old days that had happened. Not in any recent times. Excuse me. See, I knew when I got my captain jersey, the guy at the card shop thought I'd want the Matthews blue. I said, no, I want the Tavares. There you go. That's right, Jonathan. I got my JT as well with the C on it. We'll always keep it on. So just under 15 to go. Hey, sir, what's going on? Yeah, that was a tough one today. That was a tough one. We had fun on the stream, though. We had a lot of fun on the stream. Nylander, no, neither of them are captain material. Nyes maybe one day, but not yet. He's not ready for that. Long pass. Leafs trying to race it down. Turning it in. Granlund bringing it right back in. Nylander. He's going to throw this one cross ice. Leafs. That's a good outlet pass. Going to get it into the zone. Nyes giving chase up on Carlson. Carlson going to quickly move it around all the way down, and that's going to be an icing call against the Ducks. Feel like I'm starting to lose my voice here. Just made it 300 people yawn. Sorry about that. Whoa. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice. That's not a good sign. Tavares was just as bad as Matthews, captain. I don't think he was that bad. I don't think he was great. He was definitely better than Matthews was. I think he had more respect of his teammates than Matthews did. You're making me yawn again. Here come the Ducks. Another shot right on, and Stolarz with a nice save. Stolarz is actually playing a decent game right now. He is playing a decent game. Just going to be real. I'm a Habs fan. That sucks for your team. Yeah, that's okay. Listen, Habs are having a good year. Habs are having a great year. Right? They're hanging on to that third spot right now. And, you know, Montreal and Edmonton are going to be the two teams we have to cheer for here in the playoffs. Ottawa on the doorstep, trying to get in. Detroit kind of falling back down. Bruins moving up. The Jackets in there. But yeah, Senators with a game in hand. So does Detroit. That game in hand can be very important. Jake McCabe, veteran, no BS. He's your captain. You know, BD Gaines, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't see him as a captain. I see him as an assistant. But that would be interesting. He's no different than Matthews as a C. No playoff success, non-confrontational. But I think as a captain, I think he had the ear, excuse me, as the rest of his team. I get you guys don't like Matthews as a C, but saying Tavares is better is also, I disagree. But that's okay. I appreciate your opinion. When you have on this roster, right, you're slim pickings. You're slim pickings. Ryan, I don't think you can say he provides zero leadership unless you were in the locker room. We don't know what is said and what went on behind closed doors. So I disagree. I don't think you can make that statement unless you were in the locker room. Matthews was too young to be captain. Yeah, I mean, listen, you have this team of people here where I don't really think you have. I mean, you're selecting a captain based off of, I don't want to say age, a veteran presence, right? That's where you're getting Tavares from. But like, look, if you go down, and I'm not saying it has to be a forward, but you're not giving it to Nylander. I don't see Nyes as captain material. You're not giving it to Domi, Michelli, Joshua, Yarncroc, Robertson, Lorenz, Quinlan, Cowan, Pizzetta. None of those guys. You're not giving it to McCabe. You're not giving it to Ekman Larson. Like, there's nobody outside of Tavares. There's nobody on this roster that that would warrant it. Right now, if you bring in somebody else, if you bring in somebody new, maybe there's an opportunity. But based off this roster today, those are the only two guys. Over to Nyes. So Anaheim going to take a penalty. Toronto on the power play. Ryan Pooling took 2 minutes for minor, it says. Here's a shot deflected by Tavares. That's going to be out of play. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Matthew should be either, but that's okay. That's fair. Stellaris for the C. You know, Prep, at one point in time when Stellaris was roughing up guys in front of the net, like he's the only guy doing it, maybe that's what you do. Or maybe you go back to where nobody wears the C. I hate when they do that. But maybe you need a new coaching staff, new leadership that comes in and says, nobody here warrants the C until you earn it. Yeah, I didn't mind Spezza. It just, unfortunately, the game got so fast and he was so slow. I didn't mind him. Here's Nyes taking a look. Gonna put this one down at the side. You can come cheer for the Senators. Hey, Caleb, we'll see. Oh, they score on the power play. There we go. Your new captain, Matthew Nyes. With 13:05 to go, Matthew Nyes is going to get the goal, and it's 3-2. How did this one even go in? Still don't see this go in. Matthew Nyes. Oh, he goes upstairs over the blocker. Easton Cowan, a great job setting a screen in front of the net. Goaltender did not see this great screen in front of the net. That was an absolute beauty. There you go, Ryan. I agree with. The C to McDavid in 2 years. Nylander and Ekman Larson picking up the helpers on that one. And a hand pass. This is going to get blown down. Hand pass. Well, all of a sudden we got a game here. 3-2. Unreal. Unreal. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Although I don't want them to win. This is enough. I don't want them to win because we have everybody just behind us. Rather give Cowboy the C. Whoa, Robertson almost got smoked. He had to dance out of the way of that one. Coming back up, Robertson to Quinlan. That's going to be turned over. Long pass misses its target. Stetcher racing back. He's going to pick this puck up. Going to bounce it off the boards around. Toronto kicking it out. Almost gave it away. Robertson got a piece. This going to come back. Toronto hanging on in their own zone. I'd rather I love that. Give Cowboy the C. You know, he's like the only guy that's willing to jump in when it counts. Here it comes over to Bo Grew. Grew going to turn this one around. Ducks doing a good job on him. I'm going to bring this one out down over the middle of the ice. Anaheim stepping up, crossing the blue line. Going to bat it down into the corner. Riley playing it around. Yes, coming back over. Trouba up there, sending it in. Ducks back to the point. Playing it across. Bo Grew up on his man, forcing Lacombe to move around. Ducks going to play this one up. Back in the corner. Riley taking it away. Can't clear. Anaheim still in here. Toronto finally takes it away. Pushed up. Now Carlson has returned to the bench. So Carlson has returned to the bench. We'll have to see if he steps on the ice or not. Is it a motivational thing? Did he get his ankle wrapped up and put some biofreeze on it? Chris, it is a very slow game. The energy has completely gone in this third period. Completely gone. Very disappointed. This is going to be played in. Cowan back trying to chip it through. There's Nylander. Back over to Cowan. Cowan centering it for Tavares. Tavares turning, shooting. Didn't get all of it. Didn't even get it towards the net. And it's going to be cleared up and over the glass. Shot's pretty close. 23-20. So Carlson giving the ankles a little test. Little skate. He's still wincing a little bit, but he says, I'm okay. I'm okay. Cowboy going to be the new Tucker. That would be odd. Listen, if he can develop into that kind of player, I mean, I know he's a little small. Here's Cowan with a big shot, but that would be outstanding if he can become that Darcy Tucker-like player. That's exactly what they're needed. A big blast by Cowan is stopped. The Leafs working this one through. Oh, I just noticed what happened here to our widget. Let's fix this up. There we go. That's better. I don't know what happened. Nobody spoke up. Let's see what is going on here. There we go. There we go. Here comes Toronto. Gudis sitting on the bench has not come back in. There's a big hit by Benoit. Killorn is going at Benoit. Still with him. Benoit and Killorn in the corner. There's holding the stick right in front of the referee. Letting it go. That shot goes wide. Killorn back at it. Benoit going to bump him again. Comes around behind the net. Ducks still with it, trying to center it. It's taken away. Here's a breakaway. Willie Nylander on the breakaway. Scores! William Nylander on the breakaway ties it up. Number 88. Good play. It's Easton Cowan that stole it. Got it up to Nylander. And Cowan kind of blocked the defenders from getting over to him. Wow. Big Willie Styles picks the corner, and with 9:46 to go, we're all tied up 3-3. He's got 23 points in 17 games versus Anaheim. His third point of the game. Big night here for Nylander, his 26th goal of the year. He has a chance at getting 30. Leafs going to play this one out. Here comes Robertson over the line. And I'd say in a season like this, if Nylander can end up with 30 goals, that would be something. In the corner. Toronto going to center this one in front of their own net. Going to start to move it out. Hitting that red line. Stetcher going to dump it in. That's right. The tank. They need to be tanking. They don't need to be winning here. They're going to play themselves out of their draft pick. Ducks playing this one back across. Going to slow it down. Under 9 to go. Under 9 to go. Dumping it in. Blues and Sharks are tied at 4 with 4 minutes to go. Blues and Sharks are doing their job. Here comes Joshua. He's driving in. Joshua forced around behind. We don't want this game to go to OT. Robertson gets taken down. Ducks going to feed it through. Here comes Anaheim. 2-on-1. Breakaway shipping up with a shot. And Stolarz with a nice save. And then a little stick in for extra measure. As Ryan Poling comes in with a nice opportunity. So Brennan Carlo taking a little bit of an exception there. Ryan Poling flying in and didn't get all of it. But 8:24 to go in the third period. We are all tied up 3-3. Unbelievable. Nylander's having, remember, he's only played in 57 games. Right? He's only played in 57 games. Toronto, Toronto is it's been a bad year, right? It's been a bad year. But 57 games, that's it for Nylander at this point. And if I do this and I do this, so Toronto has played 74 and Nylander has only played 57. So almost 20, right? The 18, 17 less games. And he's got 67 points, 25 goals. If he would have played the extra games, he would definitely be over 30 goals. So that's not bad. He had 45 last year. He had 40 the 2 years before, then 34 back in 21-22. So he's definitely not going to hit 40 or 45, but he certainly could get to 30. He hit the 45 and 40 in a full 82 game schedule. So I'd say if he hits 30 and 67, he's on pretty much the same pace, I think, as he has been. So I think Nylander's, he's scoring, but he's missed a bunch of games. And him and Cowan have really been developing a nice chemistry as well. Stewart's, how's it going? The Leafs are not only bad, they got to realize they're in an awesome position for a top 3 pick. But nope. That's funny. Here they come in front. Nylander again. Right there, and there's a nice save. Cowan's a first-round pick, and here we are. Yeah, and listen, let's be realistic. As much as we as fans want to talk about tanking and losing, listen, these are paid professionals, right? They're not going to come out here and not play. 70 points now for Nylander this season. They're not going to come out here and try to lose on purpose, right? As much as we want them to, as much as we want them to keep that pick, they're not just going to come and lose every game. Here it is to Tavares. JT up ahead to Cowan. Cowan going to flip this one back in the corner. Husso going to set this one up. 7:45 to go. Ducks going to play this one down. Leafs, Stellaris comes up to stop it. Leafs going to play it around the boards. Nye's out to get it. Nye's going to flip this one up, and it's going to be knocked down. Here's Michelli in the corner. Little reverse hit there. Missed. I hate the reverse hit so much. Leafs going to keep this one in. Down. Good passing. Nyes. He has it taken away. Ducks going to turn. Here comes speed. Trying to get up is Carlson. Carlson going to drop it back. Shot is going to be high. That goes just over. Carlson still has some speed, so that ankle must be okay. Here's a long shot. It was behind Carlson. He couldn't turn around fast enough to get it. Leafs Michelli is looking to move it up. He's going to flip it out. Lands in front of Riley. Riley kind of shoves it over to Matty Nyes, and it's taken away. Ducks going to play it all the way back. All AL East teams lost, so that's good for the Jays. There you go, Jack. And welcome in. Good to see you. Tough day in the office for the Blue Jays today. Leafs going to put this one forward. Here's Järnkrok. He's going to carry this one in, sending it over to Joshua. Too far ahead. Joshua pinching along the boards, able to hold it. Cycling it up top to the point. Here's a long shot. That's blocked and knocked down. Ducks again going to carry. 3-on-2. Leafs trying to scramble to get back. Bad pass here by the Ducks. Going around down in the corner. Little push-up play. Joshua turning over to Benoit in the middle of the ice, and Benny's going to carry it up. 6:10 to go. 6:10 to go. Well, Florida has a ton of injuries too, right? Panthers have a ton of injuries. This coming in, and Bobrovsky is having a horrible season. Here's a long pass to McCabe. McCabe, he's going to put this one back across. Over is Nylander. Willie carrying this one down low. Nylander misses Cowan, comes to McCabe. That shot is going to go just wide. Here's another shot. Nylander in front, turning and shooting. Holy smokes. Kind of came out of nowhere. Tavares behind the net. Tavares over to McCabe. McCabe sending it around. Nylander missed it, pinching up his Stetcher. Tavares can't get there. McCabe on the other side can't hold it in. And now here comes Anaheim. Anaheim into the Leaf zone. Everybody coming back around. Toronto trying to get this one out, but we got a whistle. We got a whistle. Too many men on the ice for Toronto. Are you kidding? Too many men on the ice for Toronto. The puck was nowhere near the bench. How is it too many men? Oh, they're not even going to show us a replay. 5:14 to go. Is Kudus icing his face? Right? So, interesting to see. They didn't show us a replay. Too many men on the ice was called. The puck was deep in the Toronto zone. So if you're taking too many men on the ice in that situation, that's just bad. But coach right away was like, are you kidding me? So I'd like to see the replay when they return from commercial break. Pardon me. Excuse me, I'm pooped. 4-4. Looks like Blues and Sharks are going overtime, which is exactly what we wanted to have. So each team will pick up 1 point on Toronto. One of the teams is going to pretty much tie Toronto at this point. We do not want the Leafs to go to OT. We need Anaheim to score on this power play right now. Yeah, George, he should be. Holy smokes. The referees protected Gudis so much today. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sure Peros paid them handsomely. Why is it every time? Oh, damn it. The Sharks scored with 23 seconds left to go. Well, there goes our dreams of overtime. But that's okay. Sharks, with a Sharks win, San Jose will pull even with Toronto right now. And then the Sharks play the Leafs on Thursday. So if they can beat them there, they'll move ahead. We do not want this game to go to extra time. A, we don't want the point, and B, we're tired. Here are the Ducks on the power play. They're 1 for 5 tonight. Here's a shot that's going to go wide. Held in by the Ducks at the line. Leafs going to steal. And here comes Toronto shorthanded. They're going to slide it down the ice. Callie Yarncroke going to follow up with it. Carlson going to turn away. Terry is there with them. Little backhand pass over to Terry. Terry on the move. Less than 5 to go right now. Up over the line. The Ducks. Carlson to the point. Playing it across. Now it's down low. Trying to center it. That one hit a leg. This is going to come back in front. Toronto going to steal. And they're going to get it all the way down the ice. It's lunchtime for you. Oh, man. Here come the Ducks. Ducks going to play this back. Quinlan almost stole it. Now it comes to Nyes. Nyes, he has it. Going to play this one all the way back. And Toronto went to clear it. Hit a leg. Came right to Benoit. Benoit going to race this one in. Here's Benoit with a shot into the glove. And the Ducks going to play it right away. Just about 4 minutes to go. 50 seconds left in the power play. Ducks down into the corner. Carlson going to play it. Ducks coming right out. Backdoor pass. Benoit blocked it. Side of the net. Jam play. That one goes just wide. Back to the point for Lacombe. Lacombe going to shovel this one over. Here's a shot. That one goes high and over. And that's going to hit the mesh. So we're going to get a whistle and a face-off with 33 seconds left to go on the power play. You're eating now at 12:30. Yeah, I'm pooped. I am pooped. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, too. A very long day. Here comes Lacombe off the draw. Ducks looking to set it up. Long shot deflected into the corner. Toronto cannot clear it out. Held in just barely. McTavish looking to play this one to the corner. Back to McTavish. McTavish throwing it towards the front of the net. That one goes to the corner. Leafs going to chunk this one all the way down the ice. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Ducks going to start moving it ahead. Killorn bringing it right back into the Leaf zone. Riley takes it away, playing it to the line, not out. Power play has expired. Ducks only get one shot on net. Here comes Cowan over to Tavares, 3-on-2. Over to Nylander. Nylander playing it back, walking right in, shooting, they score. Another reason to get mad at Morgan Riley. He scores the go-ahead goal. So Morgan Riley. Wow. What the heck? It just started storming here. Huge storm just rolled through. That scared the pants off of me. I'm like, what is going on my roof? Wow, so Morgan Riley gets his 10th of the season. This is going to be played up. Here come the Leafs again. 2-on-1. Bo Grew, toe drag, shooting. Husso made a save. 2:45 to go. Leafs are trying to win straight out now. Racing back, and that's going to be icing on the Ducks. I think what you're hearing on the roof is Santa came early with Christmas presents. Yeah, Toronto Walker, the Leafs ain't tanking. They're going full tilt right now. They're going full tilt. So the Leafs technically not eliminated yet. But there's not enough. Battling in the corner, 2.5 to go. Anaheim going to bounce this one off the boards. Leafs going to race back. No icing called. Carlo going to hammer it around the boards. Toronto is here. Here they come again. Bo Grew. He's turning the corner, trying to get around. Carlson goes backhand, forehand. That goes just wide. Grew going to continue with this one. Grew back to the point, sending it around. Nylander, he throws it towards the net. Big collision in front. Matthew Nyes taking a couple shots. Here comes Troy Terry, going to bring it up. Nylander hooking and pulling at him, and the Leafs going to flip this one back out. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Cookie, that would be hysterical. Here's a long shot. Big save. Rebound. Anaheim turning. Shooting. They score. So the Ducks tie it up with 1:39 to go. And things continue to get interesting here. 4-4. Holy smokes. Is this wild or what? Back and forth they go. This is crazy. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Do us a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can come back and join us for future Leaf games. We'd love to have you, especially during playoff time. If you're a hockey fan, we'll be here all playoffs long. Of course, we'll be following the Raptors as well. We're covering the Blue Jays. We're having a good old time with a whole bunch of sports. 1.5 to go. This is going to be played all the way down the ice. Stellaris coming up to stop it. It's Carlson that got the goal. His 26th of the year. Trouba and Lacombe getting the assists. 1:20 to go. Ducks going to rifle it around the boards. Riley keeping it in. Joshua turning around with it. Ducks can't get it out. Little backhand flip pass comes right back to Morgan Riley. Riley going to play it across. Long pass up to Grew. Grew sending it back. He's going to head off. Last minute to play in this period.
Last minute of play in this period.
Carlson took it away from Cowan. Nylander took it away from Carlson. Nylander, one hand on the stick, going to fight this one low. Playing it back, and it's going to come all the way back to the Toronto end for McCabe. 42 seconds to go. Leafs going to flip this one up down the ice. Cowan is going to race, but it's going to be icing. 35 seconds to go. Right, Andrew? 35 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. What is up with this team? What is up with this team? Fellas. For a patented Riley giveaway. Off the draw, Anaheim going to win it back. Here's a shot. Stellaris taking that in the chest. Anaheim 11 third period comeback wins this season. They lead the league with that. Hey, Wild Blaster, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the party. What a party it is. As we sit here at 12:43 a.m. Eastern Time. Toronto fanning on the breakout pass. Now it comes out all the way to the Anaheim zone. Ducks with it. 20 seconds to go. Going to chip this one in. Stellaris guarding that post. Puck goes to the corner. Waiting for Toronto to turn it over. Going to go. Turning around. 8-7 over to Nyes. Nyes. He's going to carry this one back. Going to play it over. Folks, we're going to overtime.
One shall stand. One shall fall.
Overtime again. Where's Hayden? Where's Hayden? Hey, Ashley, how's it going? Just rushed home from work to catch the end of the game. That's right, Ashley. They knew you were on the way, and they said, hey, we got to go to overtime. We got to give Ashley a few more minutes to get here. So welcome in. You made it just in time. Overtime. Zach, Gudas had a little fight at the beginning of the game against Domi. That was about it. Pizzetta went at him. Domi went at him. The referees protected Gudas. They wouldn't let anyone get to him. They threw Pizzetta out. They threw Domi out. So pretty crazy. There you go. So yeah, and then Gudas left. Gudas returned to the bench, but he did not return to the ice. So no real Gudas. But a crazy game. The Leafs came back. They took the lead, and then Anaheim tied it right back up. Now with the where is it? San Jose Sharks winning 5-4. The Leafs will be 1 point ahead of them. We need the Ducks to win this one now. So Carlson, he was injured. Carter Gauthier was injured. He did not return. Carlson did return. I assume they wrapped his leg, and I don't know if they shoot it up anymore, but they probably put some biofreeze or something on to help with the pain. Daxie, not officially. If they lose, well, if they lost in regulation today, and then they needed, I forget who, to pick up 1 point. I believe, was it Pittsburgh Islanders to pick up 1 point? They did not. So they're still in there. So off the opening draw, it's a scrum. Tavares going to come away with it. Tavares going to bring this one in. Now he's going to turn back. Plays it over. Oh, it kind of hopped on McCabe. Going to play it back to Willie. It's going to hop over Tavares' stick. McCabe going to play this back to Nylander. Leafs going to set it up in their own end. Let's go. I do have to work tomorrow. I will go to bed in 5 minutes. Here comes Tavares shooting. That one's going to go wide. Nylander going to pick this one up. Willie cycling around. Willie going to bring it all the way back. Tavares. Not only do we have a long work day tomorrow, we have a hockey banquet tomorrow night. So it's going to be another long day tomorrow. This is going to be played over to the side. Easton Cowan going to back up with it. Cowan taking a look. Cowan now start to move forward. Cowan up over the line. He's going to turn around yet again. Oh, he swings back the other way. Cowan trying to come through. Had to fight away as Leo Carlson was coming in. Cowan playing some give and go. Going to back it up. Cowan going to cycle. Toronto going to try the other side. Now an outlet pass. Here comes Cowan. Stops. Pops. Going to reverse this one. Over to Bo Grew. Grew. He's coming around behind the net. Grew stops. He blows a tire. Goes down. Gives it to Cowan. Going to play this one back. But the defense was changing. Riley headed off. McCabe coming right back on. Long pass. Robertson was on his knees. Here comes Anaheim. Anaheim's first possession. 3:20 to go in overtime. Ducks coming in. Here's a shot from the point. Goes wide. Came off. Was looking for a pickup, but McCabe was there to take it away. He's going to skate up. Matthew Nyes bringing this one in. Nyes carrying, driving to the net. Fanned on the shot. Anaheim going to pick it up, and they're going to turn and look up ice. And they're saying, no, 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 back it up, back it up, back it up. Here we go. Coming in. Here's 2-on-1. Anaheim. What a save by Stolarz. And Stolarz gets hit in the head. Stolarz' mask comes off. Stolarz is down. His helmet is off. And again, where's the Leafs jumping on the Ducks players for knocking the goalie? Lucas, no Cutter Gauthier. He's out of the game with injury. Hey, McKenzie. You were there. Oh, it was a crazy game. So Riley tries to go take the pass away. Stolarz goes down, and the Anaheim player head on head, a headbutt to Stolarz. Stolarz goes down. Riley goes to the shooter again, and a big save, a toe save by Stolarz, but Stolarz takes a headbutt. A headbutt. Trying to wrap it around, and he's leaning forward with the head. That's a penalty all day long. Why is there no penalty on Anaheim for goaltender interference on Washi? Washi should be gone. Goaltender interference. So that's crazy. 2:52 to go. Welcome in from Waterloo. Anaheim going to win the draw. They're going to bring this one all the way back. Here come the Ducks. Up over the line into the Leaf zone. Carlson bringing it. He's going to get put in the boards. Nylander steps up on his man. Tavares comes back, takes the puck away. Tavares is taking some shots here from John Carlson. Tavares going to hammer it up. Here comes Nylander breaking away again. Nylander shooting. Big stop here by Husso. Husso going to play this one up. Long passes by the Ducks. 2-on-1. Anaheim coming in. And again, they pooch the pass. Anaheim going to bring it in. They hold it in. And now the referee gets taken down. Morgan Riley runs over the referee. That good job, Morgan Riley. Riley is trapped out here, though. These guys are dog tired. They are dead. Back to the point. Anaheim, they can't handle it properly. They're going to switch up. Here comes Carlson. Deking all the way through. And it's there. Stolarz is going to make the save. And John Tavares pushing and shoving at Lacombe to get him out of the way. 1:40 to go here in overtime. Wow. A long bounce pass. Willie coming in. Had a chance. Just gets bugged from behind enough. And then Carlson the other way dangles in, and Stolarz with an absolute beauty of a save. And again, Wes McCauley has been a disaster. Hey, Timmy, what's up? 1:40 to go. At least at one point the Leafs didn't want. That's right. That's right. With San Jose winning today too, it hurts. So off the draw, Grew loses that one. Although they gave him the win, which is weird. Lacombe bringing it all the way on the backhand. That's going to come and go. Toronto going to play this one back. Matthew Nyes setting up behind his own goal. Nyes going to turn away again. Going to dish it off to Grew. Grew coming in. Passing across to Ekman-Larsson. Trying to return for Grew. Got knocked up. Ekman-Larsson trying to put it down. Bullying his way through. Can't get the puck over to Grew. He misses. And here come the Ducks. Everybody's coming back. One Duck peels off for the bench. Shooting. Big stop there by Stolarz again. Grew going to put it over to Nyes. Back over to Grew. These guys are tired at the end of the shift. Now they're going to pass it over to Nylander right off the bench. Shooting. Big save. And they're going to play it forward again. Keeping it in. Tavares, good job to McCabe. Goes back across for Tavares. Just out of his reach. And the referee gets in his way again. That's twice the referee has blocked out the Toronto player. Oh my goodness. 32 seconds to go. Here come the Ducks. Granlund over the line. Nylander's going to take it away from him. Nylander going to drop this one back. The Leaf player, McCabe, got tied up. 17 seconds to go. Here comes Toronto. 10 seconds to go. Last rush. In over the line. A drop pass to Cowan. Cowan feeds it across. They score! Toronto wins it in overtime. Are you effing kidding me? Toronto, with 5 seconds left in overtime, puts it away. Wow. The Maple Leafs win in overtime. Incredible. Did Tavares get the deflection on that? I can't believe they won in overtime. So since Matthews got hurt, Toronto won in Toronto. Now Toronto wins here in Anaheim. Gudas didn't come on to play, but he was on the bench, and he limps off pretty good. Unreal. Right now, it is listed as Morgan Riley's goal. Riley shot it. I think Tavares gets a piece of this one. So JT will probably get credit for the goal when all is said and done. It'll be Tavares' second of the night, the overtime winner. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. He-Man's dad, what's up? Welcome in. It is pretty funny. It is pretty funny, Katie. Wow. So the Leafs win another 27 shots for Toronto, 32 for Anaheim. Leafs go 2 for 5 on the power play. Ducks go 1 for 5. 61 penalty minutes for Toronto, 24 for the Ducks. 28 hits Toronto, 15 for the Ducks. 16 block shots, Toronto, 10 for the Ducks. Anaheim with 23 giveaways, 15 for Toronto. Your goal scorers, Carlson, Nyes, Nylander, Riley, Leo Carlson, Morgan Riley again, but that's going to be John Tavares' second of the game. It was this was a wild one. It was slow. It got heated at times, and then it slowed down to a crawl. Absolutely crazy game. But way to go, Maple Leafs, for getting points we don't want, but that's okay. Thank you so much for those that watched the Jays with us and then the Leafs. It was a long night, but this was so much fun. We'll look forward to seeing you again. No stream tomorrow night, as I'll be at our hockey banquet. Can't wait for that one. But we'll be back. We'll be back very, very soon. So thanks for watching. Make sure you've hit that subscribe. Make sure you've hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you've hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss a thing, as Steven Tyler says. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb12 Experience live on the SB12 Sports Network. Thank you to all the moderators for staying up late with us. Thanks to those who send super chats and TikTok gifts. We appreciate you all so much. This was a fun evening. It's always fun hanging out with y'all, watching some sports. Have a great sleep. Charlie, what are you still doing awake? You go to sleep too. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. Have a great day tomorrow. And again, we'll see you all. Ashy, that's how you do it. Exactly. Have a good one. Good night. Peace, love, and go hockey. Go. See you real soon. Good night, everybody.